if una kind come in and begin engage with you, you understand? And I will tell you for free, my brother, no government not succeed without smaller parties. No government not succeed without smaller parties. If today the thing is very easy for una delegate today, not because of una get the support of APA. APC if them for don't drag SNPP in all the different, you understand? Because one will not get of money, this diplomacy una they play, it affects una. We see the August 10th insurrection. Now when we come out as an association, condemn the thing, you understand? See what of them call names. You get me? If in this PR system, had it been APA, it should have been very, very difficult for SNPP. It should have been very, very, very difficult. You understand? But it don't reflect. But the party, you know, get people like Unakai, where you go to proceed. In fact, now we are now value than even the SNPP people. And now we are very close to election. Making on the focus level, start doing music, very, very, very good. Now you don't need SNPP. You need opponents. You need political parties. You need what's the cause. You understand? So that the right approach you take, so the right movement. But what you say, you said it all. Trust me, my brother. Even for a month, we don't get a promise where they see every month. If now one back send them, they give them leaders, and then they get now also see the support. So if we work them and we feel that we man and they point finger up, we say, "Well, now they kill myself no more."
Shame now we in civil society, then go to parliament, they go take sides. Shameful. Shameful. Women them have to take sides against the PR system. Wait down for better woman. Shame. Anyway, so if I can stop there,
probably sometime now that the time we reach for bringing a strong liaison, we be able to let the bar know some of the activity and bridge the gap between the party. Because for State House, I'm not saying they all look to SFPO, but some then they really if you look the action, you hand out if you not 2 years. Because if you now PLP, I didn't governance. All where they look around me, waiting to make us succeed. Forget about SFP members. They already on my own day. We are there outside. Because if they come and say power win, who are them? The internal community look the other parties and we did majority out of 17, we 11. If 11 say everything fair and fair, we endorse. That's it. So if that simple declaration day, a very important part the how you go vote. That's
and I wish I had the opportunity for let man that listen direct from in quiet time. I even put time and listen all the time. It is not just limited to you. Even there are people who fight with mother or fight for her. They go through the same pain when I go through. Yeah. The same. And when they go like somebody talk now, then they go misrepresent the reality to mother. They will tell him, we don't do this for that person. Exactly. Good. It is not really. All the time I talk, I not lie. You see, but when you are the president of this country or any side, the things that are around you, that one touch with people. Now people they go for states where they can't see. And there are people not only that detail whether they see mother and then they survive. That is their own employment.
Yes.
And they are misrepresenting the president in will and wish for in people. It is disheartening. I'm sitting here, but I know the pains that all the pass through. So all the experience to me, it hurts me inside. Because if you have this group, now people that they represent, the people they suffer also, that they can't see they support the system. There's a way they support you back, they explain all the suffering. That is why I have always followed him. Because the strategies we use, very key. There's not one sector where this part of engage when they express these feelings. He started with the paramount chiefs. Nobody knows the way they don't know they achieve that. So authorities start there. No paramount chief know the way, no sabi in town chief or section chief. So if you go do something at the paramount chief in your own background, you don't know self. If one see president, you make gap opportunity for see president. And the same thing with the paramount chief can talk, I want to talk. If the paramount chiefs support you, then right the whole, then they accommodate stranger. So those are the strategies anybody will like the president for really look at. Go outside the political party and make friends. But that is what is really lacking in State House. Sometimes I also say is perhaps it is because State House full of people will not be there.
Exactly. You have spoken.
But because we all there, we know ourselves, we know that if something happens and we go for suffer, you plan for how you for sustain it. But it is never too late. We are not here promising anything. I'm not going to allow to promise anything. But I only wish that when I talk, the president, they listen on that phone. So this is what your people are feeling. That when are important, pass any other thing. That pressure group, if you're able to put it under control. And atmosphere and this was very powerful.
Yes.
That one touch.
Yes. So
no matter how somebody vulgar against Anes, it hits you. The language will change.
Yeah.
But people have so sandwich matter. If you cheat, let other person not come here. And even when this man passed, he's not a government employee. Nothing. All them movements already made. People hate just because they bring the reality to the face. It's not they get mad. You understand? But we know they relate. I've always said this country never produced bad leader. People around the press.
Fambodona kushe enduna aduo. We haven't come back today for can't talk about things where they happen. Now we on sweet chats alone. Now we on. Whoa, there we left for do them bad things then. We they feel a most alone. Now we on. Oh, we are. And if we hurt you, we sorry. We no mean bad, oh, we just want to make we had go before. If we hurt you, we sorry.
Really sorry.
We no mean bad, oh, we just want to make we had go before. Fambul Kusha again and Kabo inside this one big family house. Well, una know the work we don't begin from Saturday, okay, make I say from Friday, you go say from Thursday. Well, the work will don't begin for long term, but the finals, like when they say football match they play, na in with the right now. This not Oboku talk again. They say action speaks louder than voice. Well, plenty tell them they don't see the actions of this particular government, when the government will be say by this time, therefore don't blown up. But they say, well, and now they're ready. This 9 minutes way, plenty international people and then at the country. Well, and now that they can show them say, always they write now paper for send to them. Now lie, then they lie. Now, they can show them the reality of their own habit we then get against the citizens. Not gonna say we don't come back as we see don't so we can show you all of the things them where they happen na Mama Salon. Mina by Bure Kablai from the north.
And me, the freedom fighter. Well, a lot of things then they go on right now as we talk. Boku things then they go on as we talk so right now. And amongst them we get for look at. As we talk, a lot of things then we can look at. Amongst them, citizens' reports on different things that will happen from where the election day come up. How they may go and catch certain things, the way they allege say na ballot box them from the ACSL. Different other things then they we know we capture all things, but we can play for you long one of different areas them outside the cities in them actually, see how best they can be that kind of vigilant for make sure say them protect their own self vote. So, no good on side. We are trying to look at the attack on the APC office again and see what thing they happen. Finally, Samuel Kamara will look at his situation right now as the next Donka waiting at the present rotation with Samuel Kamara. We'll look at all of them things in there and possibly see what thing we can do around the country again and get to report on them for come and give you like latest updates on different things them where they go all around. So one more time, my name is Nasembepe, the freedom fighter, and when we do this, we had in collaboration with TVS Salon. And on the other line, on the other part, we get we own Monday, we deal with inside the program now.
Fambulem, good evening. This is now Alpha Kamara, and I greet you now. I wish you all the best. We're there for you.
Okay, so Alpha, what's in the latest thing that we're hearing?
A lot of things they happen. Right now as I talk to you. A report we I just see from Reuters say somebody we say responsive not the ruling APC opposition APC party office. Well, they put the English say somebody woman we not responsive. Well, not responsive to me in the literal sense as a journalist. When you say someone not responsive, it means say one, it can be that I don't die, no they respond again, or two, you're not responsive means say maybe for a particular time. Sometimes it did it for 2-3 hours, you're not responsive. After some time, it can cancel back. But according to Reuters, we just publish that situation will be happen now the APC office. They say one woman did the wound and you're not responsive.
So we can look at that story.
We'll go for look at it more.
Yeah.
Apart from that, a lot of things they go on. We report at and they tell you a lot of things so they happen. So therefore they give people a lot of things so they happen at the various areas. We will try for call reporter and Freetown where they monitor this particular situation. How, for example, that press release where SLP people say they don't win and no runoff, and waiting people and feeling at the APC side also in Freetown and across the country. We saw reporter and they go talk about some other videos. Them already don't go out for fact check some other thing there. So I can say now all that to get in the program this evening. Send the PM by the way.
Alright, so if that be the case, I will start with something very much important. Most often I don't see this video, but in case you not do, I will just reflect with mind again of how the voting day, been telling how a lot of things then go all around the country, especially, majority of the incidents that we come up now from the north and the western part of the country. So we will basically look at the issue. So if that be the case, let me go quickly and then we bring this video to you. We come back just now inside the program for we talk about all of the things they are inside the program.
From this bank, and then they open the sensitive material, so they make a delay and they don't even start for votes on time. Up to 8, going to 9 o'clock. So meaning we don't know what will happen within that 9 o'clock when they don't delay for votes. So and the PCM, whether in the polling center manager, when they in charge of everything, then the card list, now the ID card list, the ID card name, Samra Claude. District electoral manager. Okay. Now he give them. This man, what's your name, please? Hassan, what's it? Hassan Karim. What do you say now? He would have give you this.
This is my boss.
Wooda na your boss? Samura Wooda. In a what's your name?
They can't do that kind of thing. I don't talk.
What's in a DM? What's in a DM?
District manager.
District manager, what's it? Election or ESL?
District manager election.
Yes,
yes, sir. Okay, now this I take. Not to this I take from you. Not to the one I to take from you. Yes, so now Claude Samura Nain give this. He give evidence in Nain Gam. Mr. Ellis, sir, for the records.
Yes. Hand over to her.
Hand over to you. Yeah. God bless you all.
If needed for make statements again, somebody can make out.
That's good.
That's good.
People and they
yeah.
Where do the arrest.
Good.
Fine.
Fine.
Make sure say, we carry them.
Because when they say that you must actually be arrested. So and then for county.
Where arrested?
Yeah. Now that's check the
Yes.
Yeah, what you know, you
No,
don't
he's
make
key.
statement.
Yes.
Now,
Mr. Chairman, you are key.
Yes, sir. And the Hanover show the
Judgment, thank you very much.
investigation team.
Me dey go serve for
Then
corner.
document it.
I don't serve for corner. Am I not
ID
being
card.
I know. No, yeah, I know. Yeah, the finest people there. Yes,
Four
right.
booklet of ballot stuffing document.
Life na Amaraya Municipal Primary School, Mountain Court Center, as some SLPP boys them, they can't thief the ballot box them, they run away today. So as I see now, as I see, the ballot papers them, they thief them, the ballot papers as I see, That's not exactly what will happen. Today on the 14th day, today on the 24th June 2023, live na Amaraya Municipal Primary School Center. Now this incident they happen now. Ballot papers them, we then count extra one them, plenty one them, they count them. Then also the ballot box them, we then count, they're not sufficient. They say ballot box they not do view, then we'll keep the ballot box them other side them. Now some boys and now we go inside, and then we'll see them at the Alala where they sitting now. So we do the apple now. Na East District, Western Area, Urban, Amaraya Municipal School na Mountain Court. And so I see at the Amaraya School, and so exactly they happen at the Amaraya Municipal Primary School.
Let's know my family then just like I be the say this one. The man they promises to lock at 7 o'clock here for can vote. You understand? We don't count, some man can me at 5 o'clock, some man can at 4 o'clock. In the morning. Say until now, the cover they will tell you say the rubber not been get. One day them don't can not cover them, and then the care go so back. And the thing and then the care go so back. And the thing and the care go so back. When nobody not voted. Let's say Western Urban, Lombly, Kamayama, Engine. The man that look population. Nobody not vote for all them people there. Nobody not voted. Nobody. Watch some of the crowd. Nobody not voted. Watch you see the crowd. Nobody not voted, so man not allow you follow votes. I don't know what they want to do. I don't get the idea what they want to do. So they want to take the paper then back, then go vote for them party then put it inside the box then go count them. But as you see, all them people there are working ID card, but nobody not votes. No one not voted. Let's show the corruption to the highest degree. I'll tell ya.
As you can see the motoka, and then get to the ballot stuffing. Look at the motoka. Look at councillor. The councillor you see councillor and the honorable you see SLPP there wait see no more now. SLPP you see SLPP then they be able to catch the ballot paper they live at Campbell Street Wellington Campbell Street see Wellington Campbell Street now this accident take place now as I tell you today the 24 now I have catch ballot paper there Wellington Campbell Street open up for me Wellington Campbell Street see the ballot paper there see the ballot paper there see there catch here now Wellington Campbell Street now they don't get no sign they go sir. Now they want to say they go to catch here now. Now then this. Wellington Campbell Street. It just they cancel 3 o'clock. Now catch here now. Today the 24. SLPP they want bots but we not go able. If you say 5 years now 5 days. You know for B. Look the councillor you all there. We catch here today. Now as you can see. SLPP. SLPP.
As we listen in the county, they go on HIP village.
SLPP.
District. One of the sessions
SLPP.
Now, yes, I fumbled them. This now center code 14022 police station 1 as the counting don't start for local council. Local council chairman.
SLPP.
The local council chairman and the counter.
SLPP. 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 SLPP.
Now, don't know with parliamentary.
SLPP.
Chairperson. This morning, Priscilla.
SLPP.
Now, first is now.
SLPP.
The voting process. Now we there on the counting. Done a vehicle cam. Yes, a vehicle cam count ballot box system. We na in the motorcar this AML 787. We na van Toyota. Then just on deploy several police and soldiers them. Say them boxes then they na them for can count them. We not to them voting for them. So please, to the high authority, as soon as they see them, the police them, as soon as they see na the motocadis, na in the engagement and they pass so we back say nothing, they not they consider na. So on that, I they make a known to the hierarchy for let them know that na Boyo na Tumbo Boyo community school. Yes, so na that.
They are me fambulem as soon as they see now Providence School they pan fat tear gas now.
Tear gas and live bullets.
Tear gas and live bullets now. When I don't see Providence School now they pan fat tear gas.
Tear gas
as
now.
I talk to now they fat tear gas. Now we voting don't they pan count now they pan fat tear gas. As soon as they see me fambulem.
Providence School
and they pan fat tear gas. They are gonna pass this information. Let all man get this information. Now that they pan fat tear gas. As soon as they see all sides and they fat tear gas. Now policeman they pan intimidate people them now. Now Providence School.
5 o'clock, now they count a ballot box now. You can vote. Come and ask about. What is that? Come in the video now. You see? 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, now they count box. You can vote na sentence school. 5 o'clock.
All right, continue for the with we actually, they look at several other issues them where they come up. We've been telling us say we could try for see waiting exactly happen from the APC party office for let we just know waiting done they go on day. So with all these particular citizen report right now, and then we go quickly for let we get like update from that part of the country in the western area. Urban outside the APC the office day where you go say na the railway line, so we get on the line Abdullah Berete, we join we on WhatsApp quick one because I don't know from the face where the C7 not to the kind face this way we can see on the screen. So Mr. Berete, just tell me what did happen presently with on our party office.
Thank you very much. As I talk to you, so me and still they burn from the tear gas. We did a party office. We dey try for get a press conference. We don't get the international journalists and the local media. They all don't sit down. Dr. Samura don't come. just in a very unprovoked manner. Music they play, we dey inside with party office, people and they dance and they jubilate with the optimism that yes, we have protected our votes following the June 24 multi-tier elections. Now, from all of a sudden, they begin to send tear gas power, live bullets. They end up for who kill one mommy where they done by the entrance of Old Railway Line. Some of we will end up for crawl while so they try for provide support to the other people them. Eventually the tear gas overcome we end up go lay down at the floor because then they fire live bullets. But one thing they always say, our resolve and resilience is they up the roof. Then they do all of this for intimidatory, for trying to kill we as political leaders them, but eventually they for understand say the reason why we hold elections now for let the people express their mandate, let them determine who that they exercise power over them. If not being the bullets and the guns they choose leaders them, they will not for all elections. If we don't go to the barbaric method of the survival of the fittest. For the people, we are all resolved, and this one is a test case. Not to the first time this, although for me it's very traumatizing because now the first time I really go be part of the many experiences and sadly where people and they endure just social democracy in our country.
All right, so and we be find out say even on a leader, on a presidential candidate, be caught up in this whole thing. We been see at one point where they block him in Motoka, we be they can block him, and at another point, finally go inside the office, suicide and begin for fire. Tell me about waiting in the status of him now.
Well, the what happen now is after they don't call the international observers them, they alert the other people them, now they can open for we a safe corridor, police them, soldier man them well armed, enough about like saying that democracy and elections so they plan and like war. It bring a lot of trauma for people them. People and we don't experience that January 6, 1999. People and we experience that May 25, 1997. And of course, people and we live enough for endure. Like we will witness that rebel war from March 23, 1991 until the cessation of hostilities in 2002. So it bring in a whole lot. So they make the corridor for we, then block the for go down by FSSG. Nobody know they go that side, they then barricade. Nobody know they go towards to the light. Now only one way for go towards St. John. Before they reach St. John, then block the back military personnel, OSD them. Now then divert now, so all get for work and now go towards Campbell Street, all man anyway. But it was a very sad spectacle. You see people in the Fordom, other than they faint, other people and go in coma, people and where they Allah say, hey me, not to this are come for. People and they wake come on and the diaspora, then they just in at the party office, then they dance. So it is just unfortunate that the democracy where we they practice in Sierra Leone, it don't degenerate into one whereby the bullets and the guns now in the can be supreme. But the people the resolve is we will defy that hotel and say the mandate and the will of the people is very supreme compared to the guns and the bullets.
Okay, so and we see this video we on a leader as at the end we see outside then they actually take him out of the place, you know. How it been do because the same policeman them we see now then they commit the problem now they will as well see, you know, again, you know, they escort them out of the building. So tell me about this. How now reach to that kind of decision there for a lady policeman and take them out again?
Well, eventually it will be alert the local and international observers then whether they're in the country for say we are experiencing an assassination attempt on we leaders and the people of this country. So eventually from instructions that we didn't give them, there was a pause in the firing. There was a pause in the throwing of tear gas at us. Eventually, they come, they make a safe corridor for let we all come out. Now, so Dr. Samura end up come. Then vandalize the office. All the motorcar they wait and they outside them broke them unnecessarily. Then when people they motorcar them. This is the most unprovoked attack in recent times, so don't end here. But the president, for no say, you know they able to rule a divisive country. You know we're able to use the barrel of the gun for exercise and authority. The whole essence for all democracy elections now for promote a democratic state. And we as APC, we don't remain committed to peace. We don't preach peace. We practice peace. And that make even after they don't come do all the entire to we today. We then say, look, come on back very peacefully. But at the end of the day, people should be held accountable. If they cannot be held individually within the country, I'm sure some of us will make sure say they are held collectively and individually accountable in the international criminal courts. So that is one thing some of us will push for.
All right, and we see, the person we lost a life now in a party office due to gunshot. Now a woman and according to what you understand, a matron, a big woman as well don't finally lost in life. Apart from this, because we see bullets, shot, we catch up with the bullet mark again. Now one of now domot them at the party office. So waiting at the next plan. You know, feel say down our office they safe because in less than 7 days or so, we see inside there and do attempt the attack on our office 2 times with live bullets and tear gas as well. And we see, for example, also they use that kind of tear gas where they be used in the first time. We know me not ever see that kind of tear gas day. And pass now on our office, then go introduce that kind of tear gas day. So you feel say that on our office they really safe?
It is supposed to be a safe space. A safe space whereby people they go for express their political views as a way of contributing to the democracy. We don't be done the experience tear gas when we be there university, who they do them demonstrations then. But the way this one, say today me face all the burn, me eyes then the burn. The sailor use old water and protect the leaf. I don't try but still it is just terrible for me. And I'm sure the same applies to the other people them. If they see young people them, women them, they don't care about them. All they care about is to make a political point to the barrel of the gun. And that is not democracy. So our office is supposed to be a safe haven because we confine ourselves inside. We're not going to treat for say we obstruct traffic because we want to recognize say the other people we know the parliamentary business, then get the rights to use the road. So we never did that. We would confine ourselves. We play music. We not sing no provocative songs. Not just people in the jolly and dancing. At least they don't protect their votes. If that is the crime they committed, then this is the price we are paying for democracy in our country.
So, and we see again a lot of jubilation, glad they go all around. We see, I think now in a situation room down there on a tale and makeshift room station wanna make Dr. Richard Conte, other people them really they jubilate. We see signs them, what's in the happen right now with regards to the election and the results. Because apart from the fact that on the glad we get a lot of concerns the way they come up. At first they may say they not use the projection and people in Tawa, and then they may use the projector, and at other points they say them for count at other points, and we see una the glad they say una don't win, the SLPP say the glad they say they don't win. What's in the present situation with regards to this result?
For we they follow very keenly results them with the IRN, with the Independent Radio Network, with a consortium of many radio stations across the country. We they follow and with the provisional results within the pool, we they cross-check with we on who get now we on descent. And it puts we in a very comfortable state. And based on that, the people come more for say, you know what? It is worthy that we protect your votes, we protect the boxes them in places and with them duango stuff ballot boxes and so that they will notify the centers away. And the people them were just upbeat. I think saying that upbeat they will and don't see because reason not they for can't do this on provoked attack on us. Then your party, then they play music, then they dance. Fair enough. Nobody know what they. Why will they do the same thing? If they express optimism and comfort because of the kind way we see the voting don't go in areas the way they not be they expect say they get votes like them Moyamba district, then Kono district, and also Potloko of course who play the big time. If that is the way then they express their disgust, it is unacceptable, it is undemocratic, and now only a regime will remind we of the junta days now in the behave this way. And the people will continue to resist. We will continue to resist. And the bottom line is, we'll make sure most of those officers, and where we get the pictures there, they will be held accountable individually.
All right. So what do you have for left to with the people of the country? We watch you in and out of the country as we talk so right now.
I will just reassure the public, say, with all this mayhem with the unleash we, the trauma we don't give we, the death they will don't endure on a repeated basis, that's not will ever dissipate or rather put our spirits and down. It is very traumatizing. Our families are worried, colleagues and friends are worried, but this is the price we are paying for let we make sure say we get it right in our country. And we are calling on all we supporters to continue for be peaceful because at the end of the day, they don't do the needful. They don't vote, they don't protest their votes, and we don't insist that they do the correct thing in terms of the counting, including the projection of the results then as required by law. Because at the end of the day, we want to make sure anybody will then declare the winner, it genuinely win these elections. And that is all what we are craving for as a party. Nothing else, nothing short of that. And if we crave for that, then they can't attack we, then they try to kill we in a party office, and nothing say that is acceptable. And they call on all civil society organizations, the media, all the human rights organizations, for let them come and outrightly condemn this unprovoked act. Because it's not good for we as a country, it's not good for we as a nation, it's not good for we as a people. No, we not go into elections, we don't vote, as if now civil war we go into. I think say that is a very uncivilized way for say the United States, who we say we practice democracy.
And so you want let go with you back quick one last one. When I be success, when I be end up for all the press conference now, or outside and come now everything okay. When I be end up for all the press conference or outside the police then Canada all thing done.
Now they don't not end up all the press conference at all.
Yeah, but when I get any plan for all the press conference again?
Well, we will engage the media. We will engage the media, let put this opportunity on like give me this net, just so that to articulate the issues that will be one can tell the public very straightforward. That one would tell people in thank you, particularly we all supporters them, because they're able to vote peacefully and they continue to be peaceful, and that we know say the electoral commissioner.
All right, you still watch. We are on YouTube and on Facebook.
For declaring, when we don't see say retaliating, they resonate to the results that we read. I think say we get every right for them we jubilate. Like how people in Kube, people in Greybush, Ascension Town Road, people in them pool sets now though they jubilate. At least in their own communities, them then don't give SLPP a run for the money because they don't get overwhelming victory. I don't think say that warrants for go unleash armed people them are we. And it worth it as a nation.
Okay, so I know that. Okay, I just see one question. I be don't tell us say. All right, so let me see. Okay, so let me start for C. How we can make a quick form again. You know, the internet is actually the fight with them. Oh, hold on. Yes, continue.
The internet na salon. Mr. Barrett is still here with we?
No, he actually not there with you right now. The internet don't go. So
okay.
let me see if he come back, then we can continue the conversation. But for now, it don't go first. But you be hearing what they say?
Yeah, I agree with Mr. Barrett to say. He talk about how what happened today, and he also talk about say when you ask him, they say when the police then carry the press conference and now I think say this don't raise more tension in the country because like I say from day one this morning I tell you say when I see the press release where the ruling party them pull say they don't win the election no runoff. As soon as I see that press release this morning, I already know say people and therefore be agitated. Because if now una in power and now una the commissioner, now the president and choose the commissioner.
Okay, so Alpha, yeah, Mr. Barrett will come back. So
okay.
Yes, so go ahead.
Mr. Barrett, yeah, I just want to confirm, Mr. Barrett, you end. I see the article from Reuters and other media houses where say the woman will sustain injuries now in her office is unresponsive right now. Unresponsive means one, it could be he don't die, or maybe he can go in coma at some point, he can't go back. What's it what I tell you particular about that situation? That woman where they say he gets some injuries in that situation today. What happened now in a party office?
To be honest, it was a very chaotic scene. Imagine the party office will get people then downstairs, will get people them like all the floors them now building. We did at the main hall where you get over 200 people. So imagine that kind of situation there you go unleash tear gas from people. The pandemonium in itself is just too much. So we they provide women then we be them the Allah, young girl then we the Allah, we they provide quick therapeutic counseling for them. But again, whilst they do that one day, then the tear gas can overwhelming. We some of it become very challenging. So we know are not able to come for tell you in current status because some way are left they myself they can deal with me on trauma and they can deal for support other people and we very traumatic because we also will lay down at the floor now about to 30 we lay down set now so they don't supporting one another. I think say what I saw today is a further testimony that with all progressive voices therefore come together for defend democracy. If not, trust me, the country they go abysmal.
So what's not the status of Dr. Samura Kamara right now? Because we see where they made the pull or pull
now. In back they go through a whole trauma. All the chairman Minka Lumasare was there. We publicity secretary to the CDI Tunis was there, and deputy Pope Kamara was there. We all been did it because we converge in a very peaceful way. The least we'll anticipate is in less than 24 hours after we don't do the voting for letting go unleash this type of violence. I don't think say even the countries the way they practice true democracy for even go to this level as a nation, we don't hold periodic elections since the war ended in 2002. I think say we should all come out very loudly and condemn these barbaric acts. It is not Sierra Leonean, it not fit we as a nation, especially a country we get history of trauma, who don't endure a civil conflict. We claim the lives of many people there. So any leader whether in governance or no say, any one life lost is just too many. And because Sierra Leone, we don't deserve this at all.
And maybe let me talk about the issue of the discounting, because we understand a lot of rumors they go around say then get a plan for announce the result midnight. Waiting at the normal procedure for when are the normal time for announcing results, and is it possible that in just 2 days after the vote they will announce the presidential result?
Well, as I dey talk to you, I don't know how that is possible because up to this net, they in touch with agents and at the tally centers. Results are still trickling in. They still they can compile and do them. So I don't see waiting because at the end of the day, you know, say that the electoral commission that then get the mandate for announce the results. But at the same time, though, we don't call say even the press release will be full. We say let them do a projection of the results. So that when we don't get the results reconciliation forms then, that way they when you project say this time and so would they able to use the RRF for say no, that figure they is wrong because it not correspond with this. I think say that is just very transparent. And that make the African Union, the ECOWAS and joint statement.
All right, continue for the week. You still
say, let the process be very sweet.
And maybe you talk about the international community and the observers. Them a lot of people them they ask, hey, but all of them things that actually happen. What in the international community and they do now in the country? They're not go talk. We're not going to and do something. We're not going to take action. Tell me waiting na the role or waiting supposed to be the role of the international community in beyond an election like this.
Well, this one though, I will tell you, say in international law, when we talk about international observers, then they come in and also respect the sovereignty of the state. Then they come in under the principles of non-interference, the principle of impartiality, and the principle of neutrality. But any of them things that already happen, then they collect them to see how materially the war operation and what they are materially, how it will negatively influence the outcome of the results. And they can able to come and hold people them accountable. Now the same thing happened in the Gambia, where Jamel lost the elections. We don't congratulate Adama Barrow. He won reverse again in the thing. Now they say you can't do that. This result so far, we as international observers, our recommendation is you don't lose the election Adama Barrow. So when Jamel be one for the recalcitrant, we all see the role of what we call gunboat diplomacy, where ECOWAS use ECOMOG for make sure say the Yaya Jamel get for concede for let it go Equatorial Guinea. I think say we see a similar situation unfolding in Syria.
Before you continue, I want to send this to even my colleague the Oba. I just see a press release from the European Union Elections Observation Mission at Salon. Guys, I just don't send it to they just don't put out a press release where they sign. And they say the Elections Observation Mission is concerned about the ongoing tabulating process. Considering the highly polarized political environment and prevailing mistrust, it is imperative that the Elections Commission for Sierra Leone provides full transparency during the tabulation of results in order to ensure confidence and trust in the electoral process, said the EU Chief Observer Alvin Enir. They also say, in addition, we stress the importance for all observers to have unimpeded access to critical stages of the tabulation process, including the intake of result forms and data entry. The EU observers are present in all regional tally centers and are following the development. This is press release we just come out just now. They're concerned about the tabulation process or the tallying process, and they also say the importance for letting give them free access to all the stages, the critical stages of the election. Mr. Bereti, what do you think about this statement coming from the European Union Observation Mission at Salon, where they just issued just now?
I think say the Chief Electoral Commissioner, if they play with fire, maybe he don't know the implications for let it bring war at this country. Because at the end of the day, the APC as a party, all we press release them, then they within the ambit of the law. We not they ask them for do anything where they go beyond the scope of their power, where they in law. And also, we don't see all the international bodies, all what you will ask for, then they come and make the same observation why you want plunge this country into confusion? Why you know will just be transparent? The operational word yonder, they say be transparent so that confidence could be. Because I always don't tell people and say, the Electoral Commission not only they conduct elections, but na a peace building mechanism in the holding of elections. But for let they can begin they try for do an opaque way. I see the Electoral Commission and McKinney, they talk say one political party, no they can't hold them to ransom. They talk things and way they out of his scope. We are not holding anybody into ransom. We are just asking do the needful. People want credible, fair and transparent elections. And these were the exact words used by Mr. Kone, the Chief Electoral Commissioner, we say Ion Commission will provide free, fair, credible elections to the people of this country. We will be transparent. Then why now would they call for that? You know one do the needful. So they will be held accountable if by any stroke of ill luck, this then plunge this country into chaos. Because that is not their mandate. Their mandate is to conduct credible elections as provided for in Section 32, we established the Electoral Commission in our 1991 Constitution.
All right, Mr. Benson,
Alpha, you can't go on, so we want to let you they say give it to you they say.
Oh yeah, I mean they say, Mr. Berete, this know whether information go out on the media, you know, the tension be high because one body possibly they say party supporter that una can protect una candidate, una can protect una leader. So I don't know how you go like for calm down the supporters of una party, the APC. Whose words of courage? Wait for let the tempo calm down small. What you go like for tell them, you know, as far as the situation concerned in terms of peace and observing and stay calm. Yes.
Me deal with them while so they make calls them to the relevant authorities them for let the security people the reason for say, listen, apart from being members of the APC, we are also Sierra Leoneans. They are also Sierra Leoneans. They are paid from the taxpayers' money. The tear gas we then all are from the taxpayers' money. The guns that we then all are from the taxpayers' money. Their role is to protect lives and property. You know they use the same weapon and they can unleash you bravado and people them way armless, innocent and so unsuspecting. So we don't do the needful as a party. Very responsible way. We know they confront the security authorities. Because of the impunity with which then they unleash the bullets, the impunity within they target to people them, the impunity within they arrest to people them. So we don't exercise restraint. But I always say in life there is what you call karma. When karma catch up with you, you will forget say we don't see people in Sierra Leone, they don't leave, but at the end of the day, because of the despicable acts that we then do their fellow Sierra Leoneans, who don't see how they end up in that country. We are all Sierra Leoneans, let them get it at the back of their minds. Them police then soldier man then sometimes inside that whole day, you must get a cousin day, you must get an extended family member day. Why do you want to go unleash tear gas or kill people then? Why you go fire live bullets for kill people? I don't think say it fair. So in the quiet moment, we then go lay down, let them conscience and prick them. Let them say, what do we do today? Even if not from others from above, is it worth it? And that make we don't always say when we come into governance, it is to depoliticize some of the state institutions, if not all. Because at the end of the day, you for make sure say you defy others from above and do within the law say. That is democracy. So people them would tell them, may they listen to the leadership, may they hold on, because this country, we don't say, we don't commit ourselves in a one nation manifesto say we believe in the rule of law. And we cannot go when they go low, we for always go high. That is what we are striving for as a party.
Okay, so lastly, maybe before we let you for go now, this is another thing where they go all around. As I watch the chat room, I see this thing. We see, you know, gunman actually come to the party office, and then we see Samuel Kamara they be and then they come out. You been there the time where Samuel Kamara come out? Okay, we get down there again. You been there the time where Samuel Kamara actually left the party office where then go for rescue him?
Yes.
Okay, so the question where they follow that one day, please. Now, IMAX security, na international security, on the Salon police, on the Salon military, and then go rescue him.
Well, to be honest, that was not clear to me because we don't see in this short time different military fatigue them. Where some of them will not know them as Sierra Leone, we don't know. So that now we are there in a state of confusion. Now only this time would they see during elections, would they even see armed people and then they put mask on. Why is that so if you want to be transparent? Why if for they in vehicles that we even get on mask license plates? I think so if we don't pass that stage there in we country. But again, at the end of the day, they say the buck stays with the president. President Bio gets a responsibility for calm down the tension. He gets a responsibility for make sure say peace and security prevail in the country. Why would people be dancing in their party office? Then you young party people and they dance at your party office, but nobody know among them. Why do you come to our party to try to kill our leaders? For kill all we all. Why you wanna do that? Who is gonna take responsibility for that woman we don't lost in life? We will not say na shoot then shoot her. Is that will left another buff case? When I don't kill back a few days ago, Ishmael Bangura, but Mama Street. Who is going to take responsibility? Or is it just the same culture of impunity? And if so, how do we say we are protecting the lives and property of people in a democracy in our country? Right. Because the right to life is a fundamental human right.
Also, we just.
So Alpha, come back. You become broken. Come again.
Because also just don't get the press release from the Carter Center. We
Right,
come on
so
America.
Mr. Beite, we actually want to go sleep, but it's just fortunate to say no. Wait. As we deal with more release than the camera. So another one from Carter Center just don't come out. Yeah. We want to discuss them quickly before you go.
Yes. So Mr. Beite, now that
yes, so you send that one day again for me, Alpha.
Okay, I don't send them. Check. I think I don't send them to you.
Yeah.
So the Carter Center just don't issue the press release. They say the Carter Center, they call for transparency and urge patience as votes are laying on the way in a Salon election. But the first line, I mean, more get interesting. They say as the first day of the tabulation draws to a close, following the June 24 election in Sierra Leone, the Carter Center expresses concern about reports indicating a lack of transparency during parts of the tabulation process. The Carter Center calls for maximum transparency in the days ahead as the election officials complete the tabulation of votes and prepare to release the final results. In particular, we urge the Elections Commission of Sierra Leone to publish results at the polling station level to allow for cross-verification by party agents, citizens observers, and international observers in accordance with international best practices.
So before you ask the question, and before Mr. Beite answer the question, I just want to make this clear. Say, Carter Center are from America and come out.
Yes.
So later one is very clear to everybody. The first one are European Union, and the second one we would all put so you see on the screen. Now the one from America, Carter Center. So let you get them very clear. And as them been tell with the U.S. ambassador been tell we say Washington gets serious concern or interest over this election. Carter Center just don't pull the waiting. So Alpha, you can pose your question now to Mr. Beite.
Thank you for the clarification. The people are not mix them up. Yeah, of course. That one they just not the European Union. This is not the Carter Center from America. They say they get concerned in lack of transparency in some aspects of the tabulation process. That is one. Or I ask you about that, what you feel as an opposition key person. Then secondly, they say that one day the result be displayed at polling center level so that people are able to verify the vote sent. What do you want to think as a party? This again just come out from the Carter Center. They published them like 5 minutes ago.
All the concerns with the international observers said and they raise so, we as a party, it just resonates with concerns and we don't raise. This is exactly what we have been calling for. Just give us transparent elections. Whether win, a win. But why do you want to say, if the law don't say, publish the results in at the polling station, You don't give the party agents what you call the results reconciliation forms, so that they go able to verify, so that when you send and go to the district, it's easy for the districts to verify before you send and go to the region. Why do you want to circumvent? What do you want to hide? What do you want to hide? So these are the issues. And don't forget, say, the stakes are high in these elections. The stakes are between a government where one for insist, say, then forget a second term as against the will of the people them because of the
all right, family members, them you the
right now in the country. So with all of those,
we still out Mr. Biritin at the line.
Concern where we don't raise their, we feel say all the observers then waiting and come, then the country for don't know say APC no they try for circumvent the will. We are rather trying to make sure say we get credible, fair, and transparent elections. And by this press release, the way they come out, they don't compliment, refuse them, and also vindicate for any detractors that we think say we are just trying to stoke the tension. But no, we are just calling for the needful. Be transparent, give us fair and free elections. That is all what we're asking for.
We not get you.
We don't get you, Alpha.
When we say Mr. Berete want go sleep after this interesting day, I think so. We need for left and let go rest. You know,
So,
and
so what make the day interesting?
well, you see what happened at the opposition party office.
So
Instead of tell you say, he said that stress day.
Oh,
it's still
stressful day. Okay, I get you now.
Anyway, I think I will put up. For me, I use the word interesting because we put all the events where happen within this day. Mr. Berete, I think so for left, but I don't know where you go left for tell finally so you party people where they listen to you and other salon people.
Especially with the two kind of release we just don't come out.
Yeah.
I appreciate the sensitivity where you recognize the yes, I'm also traumatized at the moment. But at the same time, we may not activate my resilience as a clinical social worker. I don't they cope with this. It is how to support my other comrades where I share my number with, where they provide counseling to over the phone. Because people are traumatized, people are stressed. But my last word to them is, don't give up. At the end of the day, there is also a God overseeing our actions as Sierra Leoneans. If you feel, say, power, you want to forget that power as against the will of the people, it will be very uncomfortable for exercise that power day because you don't get to call a social contract to the people. Now, when you come into governance on a clear platform, you go into a covenant to the people, then the people become what you call a participatory democracy. So I tell you, I thank you for this opportunity, and we are not giving up. Our resilience is being rekindled because we are doing it from Masaravia. And I thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, and thank you to our team where they actually try for make people get the information where they need to get. So I appreciate your time with this net in as much as you've been there in that kind of situation. But thank God, and doctor the main himself. So a social worker they take care of himself, they cancel himself. So thank you very much and get yourself a very good night.
Thank you guys.
All right, family members, them that's now Mr. Abdullah Birite from the APC political party. Well, we all know you're waiting, he don't come and clear to we all as things that they go on now the party office. Plenty things the way may you not be understand. Mr. Abdullah Birite don't come and try for help we for understand them. That now the situation where they continue the program back as usual.
Still alive on TBS and we had, and we'll continue for bring you the elections updates on everything that happened. I mean, I tell you, today an interesting day, but it was an interesting day. I mean, Bokutin don't happen from where do clean this morning. Bokutin don't happen inside this day, so now a real interesting day.
Yeah, because so there's so much interest on that day.
Exactly. So Famulem, una there with we and una continue for monitor the program all with thousands of listeners and viewers where they watching now online. Not forget to say as the press release then go to come on, anyone will see as it pop up so they bring and come at the screen. Already you don't see two statements. Saying they pay by Bora. We don't see two statements from the European Union. We get over 100 observers for observe this process. We don't see the Carter Foundation, where now America leading elections monitoring body. Then two don't issue press release, and they all talk about transparency. And the other one they say they want unhindered access, which means once see all side, all team by this process and where they go. What do you feel about them two statements and we don't come up?
Well, I think say Alpha, this not just a continuation of the two body there. We don't see that back me brother Usai, we don't get information from them two body there say this particular election, they really get interest over the election and then eyes them open on this particular election. So if a day like this where we don't vote and some kind of riff they go on in the country, we they see press release them like this, I think now hope for the nation for say we get body them where they look after we get interest and concern, but with peace and freedom in the country. So I think a release like this, they make plenty of people tension, they go down small. Because as TB they go on this afternoon, as the police go attack the APC office, and the people they look at the results, whether they come inside, where they don't already get hope, say the APC stand at an advantage for get this victory, and then the police can come and interrupt the whole system. And then when they get release them like this, I think say that's why they help for relief plenty people in the country.
You know, Alpha, you begin with the first paragraph, you know, where you say the Carter Center, you know, they express concern. You know when persons get concern, means say, something the way look they go on way and not look they understand what they are like you concern, you worry about that particular thing they. So they express concern about the report where they talk say the whole thing like for people and they go all around the talk say this whole process is not transparent and even the process, the tabulation process, in other words, the tally, the counting, the way how they put the results together. Yuki pattern. This just make me go to that situation. Now McKinney, who say I don't know that be that possible for the APC. Where been basically the talk say they not allow them for they want for C. They don't project the thing, but now they're not hearing nothing, and then one forgets that thing. So if they tower for go inside, remember that one day, and at the same
Yes.
time they do a mini press conference, who say give a concern.
Yes.
To the authority then at the ECSL, you know. So I think then at this, you know, most of them release there, so just they come and endorse. Waiting people and don't they talk. Waiting we don't they talk about. Waiting we report and don't they say. Now all of them things are they waiting. So the question about people and they ask, hey, what in the international community they do now? They're not at the country no more. They wait the problem they we don't tell them and say the role of the international community are for watch and talk. They're not interfere. And we don't begin see, they don't begin talk. But still. Waiting and see and observe the enemy talk. Then that not mean say they go and put their mouth, say power, no, this one for the or dictate to the authority. No, then just they talk. Well, interestingly, some of them they also don't go to the archive.
Of course.
Now for tomorrow buy. If something wrong.
Yeah. This now they release there na hope for Kone. You know, because when you look the concern where the inside and release there, they don't tell you say Kone need for do the right thing. If not somebody will get it because it's a they get away as in the command they send for her. They get people away, then they watch, like how we say they watch for people them.
No, they're not for send for her, they send for her. In fact, they tag them.
Good. So this na advice then they give Kone. Say now try for do waiting rights for the people for make not bring confusion at the state. Because as Salon they right now, then they obvious. The fate of Salon within the hours they are, it in the hands of Kone.
So something the way they talk, and all of it's like for say some of the issues them way like they the way some way the opposition take and then just look at this thing. They say the Carter Center in the second paragraph Alpha. Let's just see if people in the say exactly what they see, and so we could get them and we don't miss nothing because we really want for follow we as we go along, So tomorrow we'll say, hey, Bible SMP. Alpha, they don't mislead the people of we are.
Yeah.
So that's
so
why.
If you want, I go read them back. I get tired.
In fact, no, you don't need for read that. I just want to see the English version as we go. Oh. I just want to zoom out for the living Siam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They say the Carter Center calls for maximum transparency in the days ahead.
Okay,
as
Holland, I will really want to follow you the read and English and then we they go into small. So basically, waiting in the time for say the Carter Center, when that body, that observers, the way come on America, where Washington, the US government gets interest on, when are they all join on, plus the US embassy na Riyadh, and then join on for letting people as to come. As the ambassador below they tell we say Washington gets keen interest or they pay keen interest on the election at Salon. I think say this is now one of them. So look at what they say. They say there's so much and get maximum. You know, then they call for maximum transparency.
Yeah.
That is to say, we want una for put the una head up and put up the highest level of transparency. What did that simply mean? It means that about business or that that secrecy. We una say nobody not monitor the system, nobody not audit we now we get no. They say you need for account. You know, they are still the other one accountability. You need for actually to come out and open the system, let people and see, and then outside they get question, you come and account to them, you explain to them, so they want the maximum.
And saying baby, I think this is not the issue from day one. This is not the issue. The NEC or ECS and they make this thing like a secret society. Oh, they're not for there, they're not for there, they're not for ask to culture. This now we for do this. But when they do it for the people. So then they say when I say maximum, not to have transparency. When I say maximum transparency, they say they want the highest level in the days ahead as the elections officials they complete the tabulation of votes and prepare for release the result. They say in particular, they order the Elections Commission of Sierra Leone to publish results at the polling station level. They say then they publish at polling station. So if they vote now,
we had
Kamakwe Road, we say that's thing whatever they play.
Yeah,
or Kaila got married, let them publish a day. So then go say that this figure come on now, then publish and don't for can publish and a free talk.
So basically, the reason why they want that for happen, then go able for cross-check, because what did happen when they could not publish at the polling station and they don't give the party agents them the RRF who say they all don't sign, as then they take them for going to the district office or the regional office, some of them can change and the they see boku boxes then they float.
Perfect.
So for avoid that situation where they will change box, they say let them publish at the polling station for what they call cross verification.
Put that to people level.
When they say cross verification, that is to say, then they look now, then they take the two documents them. The one way left and the one way reach. The one way they publish at the station, who said that the thing all happen, where we see that woman yesterday. Then they say 41, 42, 43. And then one day as well, when they put that light, LXF enter take light, we get light. So that result where the people and they see, then they check them. And then they say they don't give the result to the driver and ECSL, they don't cry and go, they do the drive and go down. So now they go at whose result to not carry it? Okay, now this result we get to now the people and they say, okay, no wala. APCSL PP, what now result when they give now? Look at on the endings, then check out. No, this is not correct. We see Apple one account different results to we, and then now different results. So they're selling them publisher so that they the transparency day for let them cross check. Now the other word one day for cross check the two things if they match. Remember I say ECSL get one CK. Normally the information they not get match. The voter register, waiting and will give to the list of the vote the party agent and waiting.
Now the printer, I need mistake.
Yeah, so now the thing and so they want for verify so that all the agents, the citizens, the observer, you see the thing again. For example, waiting and look if for example SLPP party agents don't get results from in party head office when I in them not work with ECSL. If you own different, if APC you don't correspond with the observer them, where because then they give them and they all for sign and then they give them copy. Now that me know as a journalist where they go them. Me say they give it. So if that result when me get, the result where new get, the result where APC get, they match. Then the one where SLPP gets in no match, it will say something wrong. And interestingly, the one where SLPP get they reach. So you give for answer question.
We move.
Yeah.
Yes.
We move. Yeah. So definitely, and then at the Carter Center, we had then they analyzed the press release from different angles. Thank you for doing that we had. And the third sentence say the Carter Center also urges all stakeholders to remain patient as the tabulation and results process concludes. Only the ECSL can issue final results.
That's very important.
Yes.
Continue.
Call on political parties not to release data on results gathered by their agents until after the ECSL. But already we don't see press release from the ruling party.
Well,
Say they
now,
don't
you
win.
see, and I warn in this now. Because when you release data before the one they wait for release the data, interestingly, I the one that waiting is how they call them ONS will do to SLPP. Because ONS we don't tell we say no radio station, no yard, no television station, no for announce. Nobody no get the right for announce the result.
That's what it's supposed to be.
So now, if John Permine join us,
hey God,
wetin go happen? So this now wetin they say. They say Carter Center don't call on them, the stakeholders them, that the political party they now all the other people they were involved, including the one them where they monitor the election, ECSL now when they referee, the PPRC. Then they call on them all for let them put themselves together. Let them day in order. Let them not rush and let them be patient. Like SLPP right now, they're not patient. They don't release their results. No. And from what you see from SLPP, now a landslide victory for President Bill. Okay, wait. Alpha.
Mm-hmm.
And Mulavali, you know, say be one of the people that will be very, very much they can add on the last government.
Yes.
I'm going
to pull that data, then survey them or whatever.
Yes. And it tell we say President Biafra win 75% of these first rounds.
me from actually what I see that data, I've been getting my own issues with that, and I've not been getting the opportunity for asking questions, but I know say that in data the way I don't know the yardstick we use, but definitely from what I see, I've been getting my own issues. But after I don't release that in data, a lot of people respond to that, and some people really say, we're not saying waiting with they see or waiting how the voting or the registration going to end this man the police data. So I don't know, but in data we pull, we see actually make it pull up for whatever reason. But now not to data again to Ram. Now all thing left to Mr. Connor.
So the reason why I ask that question because it looks like say waiting ECSL or waiting SLPP don't pull, now then they try for work towards waiting and will have valid in the sea.
Well, probably not the yardstick landing, maybe not the then feel say that data will become other one survey, I think, according to waiting Mr. Lavalley be say. Then feel say that they get. But for me, my question, remember this afternoon I be asked some critical questions. My brother, we all know to fools. We go school. Let's put in school for make we be critical on certain things. Elections, that is according to the Elections Commission. People and voted 10:30, some say 11 o'clock. Say the people that don't pack and go maybe at the office or go at the house now after midnight. Probably now by then 10 o'clock, midnight, or maybe by then 1 o'clock. I actually talked to some polling agents where some of them don't reach at the house stay 2 o'clock in the morning. You know, do you work for the Elections Commission? But at the end of the day, if Muna can say, let's say from 12 midnight to less than 12 o'clock this afternoon, salon time, when I say Una don't already collate over 11,200 polling stations, which is like over 3.something million voters where we expect for vote. When I say Una don't collate online in less than 12 hours, is it realistically possible? And salon who side some side and they must carry a rich day, sometimes mobile coverage on the day, some side they know they will get internet. How possible is that? So when I see that press release this afternoon from the ruling party, I've been getting a question mark saying, this thing not too quick, so. And now look at what's in the happen. So I think
I can say it's magical. They get magic, na malin. Okay, I just want to send to you our other one. Maybe we can look at them quick one. I know that it's not come, but we're done with this before we go to that other one day. But so we there's enough for discuss till we reach to the time where we go able for a small bit. So let's do on this one. Let's go on. Let's go to the next paragraph.
Okay, so the next one paragraph on that say after we don't say they say on election day.
So they call after they don't call on the people there for all man for patience and not for publish the result before ECSL. Yes, go to the next one.
So the next one say on election day, Carter Center observers witness Sierra Leoneans turning out to vote across the country, sometimes waiting hours to do so, which means people in team up in a line for long because they won't vote. Okay, in a demonstration of their commitment to democracy. To ensure that the will of the voters is respected. it is essential to ensure maximum transparency and verifiability of the final process.
Good.
Okay. So maximum transparency and verifiability, which means
the deliberate act for letting they use this word continuously. That means
maximum.
that they smell something.
So maybe that because they don't use on two terms, they say maximum. And we know they're Americans, right? Then when they say now so, then they go so. Then they say it as it is. Now the British, like you say, the British then can so diplomatic. You know, instead of you say no, they say perhaps. Instead of you say
they go say maybe.
Yeah, they say maybe. But the Americans, if it's yes, you say yes. If it's no, they tell you no right before you face. So they don't use maximum transparency to them inside this process. And it rings a bell. Even me with somebody who gets a strong American education, formal American education background, they don't use them two times inside this process. It sends a very strong signal on waiting they feel or waiting they observe on this process. I can tell you that.
Yes.
And America, like how you say, the ambassador will not talk and say, America or Washington, they pay close attention to this Salon election. So which means they want to know everything and they want to let the thing be fair and fair. So, Mr. Kone, it's over to una now. You know, we don't know what you want to do. But as far as the observer are concerned, then they put out all things what I want to put out, and then they put them and say it as it is. Okay? And the final one,
before we go to the final one, I'm really in for you waiting by this issue of transparency, you know, and accountability. I will the other day, they not put on the me the other day, you know. Then for in other words, Connor, what's your problem? Why did you embarrass the people? Interestingly, we just talked about this evening before we break that transmission and thing. They were how they embarrass and molest the people, how they not respect the people,
of course.
All of this secrecy. Because now only when they pay you. I ask you question, you tell me to ask me question. I good understand color. Yeah, you go tell your employer the nowadays. It's like you just if it's not in the boss, we're not in the boss. Continue by the way.
Well, the problem with Kone from the day one, we know say he bend. The old thing don't bend. You know, the allow caretaker bio for make him take oath. You mentioned something like this.
No, not to allow him. Bruh, now the normal okay, now
so this oath that they accept. Now it don't bring the problem.
Now normal Britain. Anybody when the president waiting, if they come, especially the position, you can't take oath. That is why you see the military, the head of police, when they don't go pass all inside the parliament and they come back and can't take oath. It's normal.
So if you don't take this oath, no way not there where you they work for protect your integrity.
But you see that you do the work or you resign.
If you talk about transparency to kind of in your own side. Me by Bure, I don't tell you from the one I say, the way I not trust Madabio, because I need to stop for call and for caretaker until they announce her again. Before from now, I don't call and caretaker if I mistake, you correct me.
No, it's still not caretaker.
Yeah, me don't decide I need call and caretaker.
You don't get
from this time
because it part of the constitution. You don't want to be seen as Madabio flouting the constitution.
I agree with you. Don't go far. Not one time. The same way when me by Bure not trust caretaker bio. Now the same way. I not ever trust Kone with in team. From where he reach a peak, where them people are come out in the media, come tell we say them.
They endorse Madabio.
They endorse Madabio 5 years more. They not tap the commissioners them come like here we play the audios them. We know say international community they seek for change. But we they blow the whistle and leave the rest to the security. When I in them begin so this even in an APC office. So if you ask me about credibility now, accountability, transparency,
something very, very much important. Where maybe we want for forget that one. This issue of APC and waiting them begin pandemic.
Yes,
you know,
the commissioners they
don't talk and it just happened to say. Then they warm them up now. Say this now
So I'm not cut you word. Watch the style where they go on. Caretaker bio, where then they ready for campus, then bad law na parliament. What them they do? Not to yak them there. As them kapu, they know the count. Now they test them begin test APC so. From where the voting start, then they can't hit them. First now we they praise the police now where they begin. We say from where this election the voting process begin. We don't see how to say police and do bad though. The other they wait for even tell when next they approach.
Okay. So I still want to correct something. The one day, you know, they get special people them right now where they do the mission.
I know.
So continue.
I know. Mr. Mask them, presidential guards. Of course, them they don't introduce themselves to the people. The likes of the Hungry Lion
and they don't
others.
tell we plain one say. It's very clear. They don't record it.
Yes.
Anybody mistake with Madabiu, and then the mass in body bag. That's not the exact word of.
You know, some of them guys are, if even video girl for hide them face, some of you know some of them guys that they personally. Yeah. We they call their names the time go so we some of you go be evidence for prosecute them.
But we don't need for go be evidence. Video them they boku.
Thank you. So if something like that they be done they happen, then talk then they all don't come out from the commissioners them and we see what they happen. And they repeat this attack they go attack APC. Now a testing point for see the reaction of APC, how they go take them and how they go stand.
So that's exactly the reality. When they want to do the midterm census, they're not yet.
Of course.
They begin bet with the
Of course.
They want to bring up the other thing. So you correct. I'll follow go to the next paragraph.
All right. So the final paragraph in that actually say this Carter Center. There's a we play with the English. They said the Carter Center has been involved in Sierra Leone's elections since 2002, which means not today and begin monitor since 2000.
They don't do it for Tijankaba. They don't do it for Ades by Kuma. Now they do it for Madabiu.
And say for the June 24 elections, the Carter deployed observers across all of Sierra Leone's 16 electoral districts. Carter Center observers have been observing the tabulation process in the 5 regional centers, maintaining a 24 hours a day presence in the western area and nearly 24 hours a day in other regions. So, wait, before they go. Even Mr. Senna, we not even maintain 24 hours. We say, no, Lord, go for us, Lord, go blow for 4 hours and go sleep and come back. The Carter Center say they maintain 24-hour presence.
Okay, waiting at the word where the ambassador been saying?
He said they pay close attention to the election.
If you say a mistake, there be mistake.
Well, sometimes that's what people let me feel. We don't understand.
Continue, my brother.
The American diplomacy. So they say they maintain 24 hours now the Freetown Talent Center, which is 24 hours though. Not to say even where you go, one go eat. This person you go say okay. Where you go midday you go eat. The way where you come, Mr. to go eat to 24 hours and almost 24 hours now. All other regional talent center. So maybe the other side and then they will say okay. Now we don't take results. Now we go now. Why is not the local station? But 24 hours in Freetown and almost 24 hours now.
And you know why that happen? Because results come out from all over the country throughout the clock. Round the clock. So they no one for miss one.
Yes.
This might not be right. I listened to Richard Conte the other day, doctor, where they tell me say they get 2 servers. One where they project for the international community see. The other one when they receive the actual result and then they process and then they send waiting they want for send to the second server. Well, please not take them from me. They are not to be talking.
Now Richard
talking. Dr. Richard Continent talking.
The brother just can't pass them.
Yes, I just so please, it might not be I might not be right. Alpha continue, there are no problem.
So now they Adam and Uda signed the press release. They put the contact for the office now Atlanta. When Maria Kataya, they put an email address and they put the Freetown contact address.
Just Atlanta
They're America. And at the head office. So in case you don't believe the one with the Freetown, if you call back the one na Georgia and they say itself in contact day, just in case you want proof for say it come out to them. Then they put the na Freetown when a Nicholas Jar they put himself in your email address just in case you want confirm.
Okay.
So this na the Carter
Center.
That's
for we the unbelieving Thomas them.
Anyway, you know, so
No. We need to analyze. We just passed down the other one on top. I'm like aid. This one we need to analyze them as well. The first one we read. That one they look sweet as well.
Okay, the European Union.
European Union. Why you are left down there out?
Okay. Let's go to the European Union. Okay, let's begin with the first sentence. Let's say for immediate release, which means this one.
Wait. That means say waiting. We want to 110. This is not hot cake.
Enough for delay. Enough for delay.
You know, not to that name immediately me say now.
Oh, but you actually the way they make look where they make yan.
No way.
What's the problem?
Like, una not keep am. Una not keep am.
Yes, una don't keep an hot cake. If this cake has where the pool so, if you call
Alpha, you man, you too excited for
reading
this particular report. Look where they make it an. I don't understand.
Let me tell you something. Yeah. The truth of the matter is, I mean not care who's the result end. What do me care about when the right thing be done? You understand?
Finish.
Not important to me. So now they can say European Union and say this na hot cake. If this cake cold, it's not sweet for it again. They wanna pull a one telo eat out. Alpha, read.
Okay. Okay. Wait, I can't go back. So they say for immediate release.
Alpha, you don't joke.
Yeah. No, I don't get it back. I don't see it back. They say for immediate release. They said the European Union Elections Observation Mission, EUEOM, is concerned about the ongoing tabulation process.
That means the way how the tally they go on, the way okay, no call and tally is a big English one. The way how they count and put her inside the system right now. It look like say we get serious concern over this thing. Something where we really concerned about.
It's not concern now.
Alpha hidden concern that.
And so, considering the highly polarized political environment and prevailing mistrust. That whole line there.
Take that line there again for me. Take them down.
It's a quotes. Considering the highly.
Quote?
Yeah, because they're in quotation mark.
Okay, so you are afraid. You know how for mix at all.
No, say, I mean, put that there. I said, considering the highly polarized political environment and prevailing mistrust.
Yeah. That is to say, the kind tension, the kind way how different things then they go on, how the unbelief in Thomas, how they're plenty right now inside this particular process here. Continue.
It is imperative that the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone provides full transparency during the tabulation of the results in order to ensure confidence and trust in the electoral process.
Hold on there. So, like we always say, how they call them Argentine, they get something they call I verify.
Verify, yes.
The reason why they designed that one, they say they want from combat mistrust, disinformation, or fake news.
Yes.
So, if you listen to Solomon Jamil the other day, when that August 10 incident will happen, he said the reason why some of them think that's how they go, now because we fail for engage.
Yes.
So now, moving away from that, this one basically, for prevent, because right now, the thing where unique about this election, the social media, is the champion, this thing, serious one.
Big time.
Yes.
And it's totally different from all the other elections there.
Yes.
Yesterday, Amadabio invited you to the social media. He said, let's use the social media
to propagate
the message
where they go on.
Yes, because the international
and
community.
that's exactly what they do right now.
Okay, so now they say for avoid that kind of way how the misinformation, disinformation, fake news they go on. For let me come talk say Kone don't take one box, you don't keep them. Now because Kone not they talk to you frequently, or you not open the system for the so they say for avoid all of them shumu talk them na kona talk them. He said we want you for open the curtain. You know like when we can go on a stage show where they say that's a concert. They say backstage day, but put in the happen. Then they take small. Yes, they say the people they want for see how na the dress behind the backstage. You know say right now even when they act film they get what they call behind the scene. Open. Let people understand how you come about to make this film where they hit the wall. So now that's basically what they say. They say they want the ECSL of Salon, let it provide full, you look underline this word, full transparency. That means say, bra, you don't need for tell we say yeah, they watch ya, yeah, they not watch ya. They say open the business, find one and let me see. And let me know what's wrong with you, correct.
Very simple thing. And they play so they make things difficult for them.
So if you correct, in other words, if you don't get anything for why for we gonna sorry I don't want to use this but I'll use why for we gonna Bondobush?
You not for go Igbale for nothing.
Aha! Why for can go society?
It's not possible. Now we open the thing now. All man see, all man satisfied. That time they me no get time. They go talk na corner. You say no get time. Go talk na corner. But Kone or Kane, he just lock everything. This is the one. Now they make you the talk you own. After they talk you own, me still don't out. Me be the very one.
That's all now because the man don't take the business. Don't talk him to secret society.
But you may take talk step now, Uncle Lembo. Maybe I not trust you.
Yes. So the person where this particular quote, I make sure I say quotation mark. Now the EU election observation mission chief na Salon when I even in Sir. Now actually
so
this particular quote
where small skin so.
Yes.
All the time when the old press conference they talk.
Yeah.
Now even brief the other observer them of waiting now the key values them waiting for Fala. So now this kind of woman who can see. Now I write this thing not to him apprentice so now it's yourself. And it believe on 3 key pillars them. We not interfere. We just observe and put things them together, and at the end of the day, we open mouth and talk. Period. Now you don't do so.
God. So the last sentence say, in addition, we also stress the importance for all observers to have an unimpeded access to critical stages of the tabulation.
Hold on. You know, this one very important, and this is exactly what happened at McKinney today. We want observers then. We want the party agents them. We want different people that we get business for see the system because interestingly, all of the observers there, they party agents and then they represent the bulk of the population. So if you don't log game by the party agent, the observer, that means you don't log game by the people. So then say they want you that unimpeding access. That means to say free access. You know, for begin to tell them say no, boy, yeah, na for kaya. Yeah, no get business then for ECSL no more, or the Apple they use not for no that make or the server nobody know it for Siam because data then they will not go and follow and understand other than data because we will not like for share people in data. No, they say open the game, open up, fine man.
Okay, so and they say to all observers, so not only just one.
Now I think I say all the one they will get business for watch.
And they say the critical stages of the trial. Not of us saying that this number one for see, this one not for see.
Now me can tell you say they understand say. Now you don't can tell me say no, yeah, for Kande, yeah, you know for Kaya. They say open the business. All these stages them we for able to understand. Like oh in a class. You know, in society what we do, for example, I make this very clear, let people understand. You know, sometimes they get for the broad, let people understand. When they do biology in a class, in Africa, some school and they certain words they don't keep them.
They keep them.
But when you did well, I say not like that word. Now the Europe, the America, the England, everything, then get them story, they then things that then they open them, then tell them the details, then they understand every part what it mean.
Yes.
They
explain it, turn the hand.
Exactly. Everything you need, take all the stages then. You know, what thing will make ladies
after they see before the action?
No, I think say you man. I think say go for make a go be trust. Now me take. If now you ECS been take for like go and interpret and explain to the people and go under. Cannot be say void votes for Binde.
Go ahead. I just caution you. Go ahead.
You know, so the final part say they say when they say all critical stages, they say including the intake and data forms and entry. Including intake of results, forms, and data entry. When they go take them from the day and how for enter the data on the computer. They need for them back, let them see what's happen. Okay? Then
okay, that means to say including but not limited. They're all.
Yes.
They say the intake of results. That is to say, when the result don't come up from the polling station, they put another mutuka. More data. That mutuka where they drive. Go tam. Now the district office. Then drive and back. Go tam. Therefore, make sure say all of the observer, the agents are there for follow them. Good one. for let them see what they happen. So you know me for tell me say, hey, when I go, we go 12 o'clock for can go the result. For example, you don't pull out a polling station, don't come go the district office. Then the observer they say, okay, we get for follow now for go to the regional office and say, okay, we go 12 o'clock na net. Then as they say 10 o'clock, I won't care and go. Where the observer they can say because we were late, so just go. No, they say you know mix so. All man for include, therefore make sure say they be part of that day. And including how they take the data, how they put all of the results there. So inside, how they enter them inside the system. Then system.
The input and the output.
Yes, yes. You know, whether even in computer, they code them, they get different code, they get male and female code, and they get the scat and all, that they always send in, they always send out. They say they for monitor all, they for know how the transmission the pass.
Yes.
All that the people are for involved. However, this other side is very much important as well. The last one.
I say the EOM, that is Election Observer Mission observers, are present in all regional tally centers and follows the development.
So now I mean say, you know, them they talk say interestingly they say if you look this in the game camera, they make Okay, so I'll tell you something quickly before we continue with the next, one. We don't get another one from the ECOWAS. You can find out, see, with the past information, but at the same time, when they make fun. You know why? The tension done so much that a lot of people just don't tense. They're not even one for a some of them things they are. So once we pass the information to you, we mix it with humor for let that cool you down. Because we there for past information, we know they are for create problem. So please not take offense, say this is a serious thing, because I not not begin talking about tomorrow I'm going for talking say a serious thing or they make fun on that thing. We get people the way they with we like me sister so they watch, you know well. Sister Analisa, you know well. If I can't begin again contact back, not a problem. Okay, that other one first we get the blue now the red up. Instead, you know well. Okay, can just don't know more in chest the atom. You go to hospital, nothing other one. But now the pressure na salon, I don't put in chest. So we know one for make the person die too with program. So in as much as you get information, at the same time, we massage them.
Okay, that they don't know. But something just pop up. I want flash them. It's very important. Of late, of course, Dr. Sylvia Blyden is not critical of a lot of issues. We just don't post something. We're very critical, but confirm. Say the person will die in the APC party office. I don't read that, but it gets some church in words.
You don't say that?
Yeah, no, well, maybe I was just screenshot and send them to you. So
read. Who there? Read and send them.
Send them. You know why? Because Dr. Sylvia Blyden is very critical and of late. You know, say certain things they do, but waking camp and the fact, let's just send them to be quick.
Okay.
Wait till you just post as I try for read maybe that first paragraph and I will just snap. I just send them for you. It say true leaders have sacred responsibility to safeguard followers from harm's way. Okay. It said my name is Dr. Sylvia Blyden OOR, and I consider myself a true and proven leader who recognizes that leadership comes with a sacred responsibility to protect followers. I've just been informed of the sad killing of Matron Mahawa Dumbuya.
Okay, hold on. I think we talk about something and Matron Jesus now. Okay, so we not lie at all. Go ahead.
Okay, so he said at the headquarters of the main APC party by security forces of the state. This is a very sad development, and I want to extend my sincere condolences to the family and associates of the late woman. May her soul rest in perfect peace. She did not deserve to lose her life so brutally today. I trust an independent investigation will be immediately instituted into her very untimely and painful death. This is the second death from live bullets in less than a week at the APC headquarters.
Hold on, we're not talking just now?
Yes.
Of course.
Yes. He said we should demand independent investigation swiftly. This brings me now to the circumstances around the brutal shootings of live bullets as reported at the APC party headquarters. There is a video accompanying this post of the scenes prior to the storming of the street by armed security guards. It shows the old railway line through fair at Brookfield blocked by teeming crowd which had been supposed to go and level and jubilate with the de facto APC leader and presidential candidate Dr. Samura Kamara. I go stop on it. But this side capture a lot of things. where Dr. Sylvia Blyden try for express inside this impost.
Okay, so let's talk one thing about this thing. Several times I don't talk say this woman is unpredictable.
Yeah.
Chinese products.
Now woman,
Chinese products no guarantee.
That's why sometimes when people in the plaza, I know they take part in that day. Because I dey try for understand the what man will be. But it really hard for understand. Today they that tomorrow this one.
Today you dey and
tomorrow this one. And that is the exact character of this woman. If you want, anyway, no one can discuss them. We just want to discuss this issue. Logo.
Yeah. So actually, I know I read it all, so I just
okay, that's good. Thank you for
also,
the information.
The press release, read this now. The European Union just don't share on their Facebook page now. So which means we'll be not even ahead of them. Then put her on Twitter, you know, go Facebook page. We don't pick them up.
We don't pick them out, sir.
Yes. now they put her on their Facebook page 2 minutes ago. So until them say immediate release, we be not captured and they send us.
So wait, how comes them make something for go out and they'll go Tifa and make a lady go out? Alpha. No. They put her first on Twitter. Now they bring her kind of Facebook. Now with Tifa on Twitter. So by the time they one with and go na the other.
We don't pass there.
We don't go now. We
don't pass there.
All right, the program we watch right now. My program from TVS. We're in a TV salon on YouTube. Please, I want to encourage you. Like we tell you yesterday. At one point, we tell you say, if we go off, TVS go day on. So for them you don't miss. And interestingly, me, Bible and Alpha go still there on TVS. In as much as we day off. And we tell you say, please go and subscribe to them and put on the notification bell. So what will happen? The one they always been go subscribe and the benefits that day. Where we go off automatically. So we don't know. This all are technical things then.
Yep.
So go now and subscribe. Please, sister admin, you very much kind, lovely, and waiting. Put forward the link for TVS na the YouTube platform quick one and the Facebook. So people then go subscribe to them na YouTube quick one and then they come back over or then stay.
Put them now. We get another sweet press release for you, sister admin.
It can done.
Just put forward the link.
So go down at TVS and subscribe.
We know what you want.
Interestingly, I need for watch almost subscriber one. So almost subscriber we get right on at TVS because we want for CCA I will call in the next 1 hour or so if we don't get another additional thousands of subscribers on TVS. Yeah? How about that?
Yep.
Clear.
All right, so family will continue. Interestingly, what's the way to the talk? We just want to say na credible information with the give now, and all this information with the give now. So not so we they make them up, and the press releases them. At least they're gonna decide them and cross check because when they fact check anything before they put them out. The next press release we're gonna go to the equation instead of don't come out, and and you don't say we get like high profile. I don't say the other election not being high profile, but I think this election get like high profile observers. Former presidents, you get for example, Goodluck Jonathan, whether the former president of Nigeria, Yemi Osinbajo, the former vice president of Nigeria, former prime minister for Ethiopia, so you get like real high profile people where they monitor these elections. I don't know why, but for whatever reasons.
But I don't use what just now. Washington have a keen interest on the election in Sierra Leone. So if that be the case, who the else could left?
Yes. All right. So maybe we'll go to the next press release, right? Well, I just want to remember family say don't forget for subscribe as Ruda. Go subscribe to We Yard and also subscribe to TV Salon. We're there on YouTube, we're there on Facebook, and we're there all the other channel them. So don't forget to say
so quickly we get a challenge. Where we say today now's day, Sunday. Yes. Sunday, yes. Monday, I think that been a Tuesday. Okay, by the time they call the first result, for don't pass 100,000, that will be we ambition.
Yeah.
And we aim, we target that one day. So as we the talk right now, we get 79,000. Okay, not to buy makeup. Watch over Bible and aid. Over Bible and aid.
You see
7 9 7 9
7 7 7 7 9 0.
Okay, so we don't pass them as if we 8 right now.
Okay,
Okay,
9 right now. No go to me being a big bro.
So what happen? Knock your screen. Let for.
It don't go 800.
So what did happen? We want you for help for each 100,000. We did give you all of the information we want. And TV salon right now we did 3,000 and 3,210 around. Yes. So we want for see that they change. By the time they announce the first result, we want for see TV salon reach 15,000. TV salon for reach 15,000. So we do it together. We lift others by as we lift others, God lifts up.
All right.
And that's a big Moses in what? Big Moses waiting at what? With the help with. I want if you want, but not sabi. Anyway, forgive me.
Fabulem, the link down there now. Sister Admin put us plenty of una they ask where the link there right now. Una just go now. Of course, then they na family house as well. We not call una. Well, as una they go there, so we call una subscribers again. No. Now another family una they go enter. So una na family members them. Na TV salon, please.
Call it extended family.
Please. Una let we go.
So we don't pin on we don't pin on our YouTube. Let's see if it is na Facebook as well. Facebook where the thing they ones okay. It is on Facebook as well. I don't pin on there as well. So you can just come and click and then you go. You put the notification bell on.
Adele. The sound they really pull so big.
But definitely we highlight the issue. The next press release we'll go for
we guys by lifting orders.
Okay.
Thank you, BK Moses.
I love that one.
We guys by lifting orders.
In other words, how would they endure other people and so they go up? Interestingly, this is a good theory. Or how they call them social experience. Alpha, look at this thing.
Yeah.
I'll just look at this thing. And that's exactly what we country they go through right now. Now we three sit on the screen so. Let's say we get one aim where now follow we all come this way. We agree. But as we want come this way, Bible will all you, it draw you bien. You say all me, it draw me bien. What did happen? We did move God before?
No.
How bien we dey go?
How bien we dey go?
Good. But when we look at this BK Moses award, read them again for we rise by
lifting orders.
How we dey try for ace other person? Now so we dey go one step. Now like what you did a step, but now you did before. You the oldest person
79807. Let's go on to talk to.
With the oldest person and how they claim the step one, now so the one come back.
Yeah.
So you find out so when they make progress. That's a very good one. Thank you very much, BK Moses. I just try for practicalize them. Let me see how we can move. We move.
We fly to the higher heights. Alpha, let we go.
All right, thank you.
What's our ECOWAS, Economic Community of West African States.
ECOWAS. Say, of course, now we region down there. ECOWAS. And actually, this now ECOWAS Commission. My name press release this. There's a joint post-election press statement by the ECOWAS and Africa Union. Oh, okay, now the two.
So for the two African and they come together.
They come together. ECOWAS and the Africa Union and they come together. Election observation missions to the 2023 general elections in Sierra Leone. So the two, ECOWAS and AU. All right. So they say the ECOWAS and Africa Union elections observation missions to Sierra Leone general elections 24 June. 1. We commend the people of Sierra Leone for their commitment to democracy and their civic duties by turning out to vote. Okay. 2. Express admiration for the voters' discipline.
So then I points they got it.
Yes, then I points.
Okay, so no watch no go small point.
Right. Yeah, the first one they said and commend the people of Sierra Leone for their commitment to democracy and their civic duties.
So in other words, they try for tell you say people of Salone, we're really glad they wanna come out for participate in this election because now our rights. A part of una civic rights. In other words, a part of the things that we make una become a citizen. So we tell una thank you, we appreciate una. We just let una come out.
Yes. The second point say express admiration for the voters' discipline and the peaceful manner they conducted themselves.
Ooh! So in other words, then the try for say, okay, we want for same way, so say we gladly, we admire una the way how una as voter, how una maintain, how una behave una self for come out peacefully and go and vote. You know, we gladly and we just, you know, just make we lost of words. We just admire una behavior. That's good.
And the third point said they urge the people of Sierra Leone, especially the candidates, for exercise patience in the post-election period.
Okay. Then tell you now say, then they urge, in other words, then they call on una, then they force una, or then they ask una, not to force, then they kindly ask una, then they beg una, say, do ya, the people of Salone, especially the one them when I then take part directly, when I then vote for, when I then contest, na the right one that one day. For loan, be patient. Do ya with the big loan patient? You know, especially after we go say the election don't pass. Do ya one loan patient? We don't call the results.
Yeah. And the fourth point is now more very important for me right now. For also, they said they call on the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone to stand firm and fulfill its duties without succumbing to pressure.
Hey, yeah. Hold on. This simple, it's serious. I think that all of this we don't discuss. This is not Bible AI. You know what they say Bible. In fact, then they call on, in other words, then they call on the Electoral Commission of Salone, ECSL. For me, them team up triangle one and make sure say then do the right things the way they're supposed to do, then perform their duty. And nobody they're not for bow down to. Or they're not for make sure say anybody in pressure force them for do waiting wrong. But before we allow you for come inside, continue with the end of that particular paragraph or bullet point.
They're not the waiting.
Hold up, wait. Alpha done that side quick. To uphold.
Okay. So they say for uphold the credibility of the institution and be accountable to the people of Sierra Leone.
It's ECOWAS and AUC. Then see after when they don't say let them not bow down to nobody and let them not allow anybody in pressure for pile on them for let them do waiting all right. Then same way so they call on them say therefore make sure say they team up triangle one and grip that thing where they call credibility. Yeah, let them team up triangle one and maintain the credibility. When they say credibility, the respect, that good work where they may sabi them for the especially the institution. They want for make let them team up triangle one and all push them up. Let people know say yes, this now institution for really the respect. And then for do that one, then for make sure say then they always account to people them, explain to people them, without accounts to people of Salone. That is very important. By the way,
No, but we watch the press release. Now lectures they can give to ECSL. Because they don't find out say Sister Admin write something just say not for go school. They say go school. You say free education. Not for read. Now for understand what you read. So you find out in a damn day.
Hold on. Now that make plenty people don't read them press release there. But Alpha, what do we try for do right now? For let them understand.
Understand what's in the paper.
So that's very important.
So this we don't suffer under this for quite a long time. Even your uncle, now the problem we even get, they say he come, they write on a paper, he can't pronounce the words them, pam. He go sit down. But he not able to understand what he can read. So at the end of the day, he not able to put their words today in any action we go benefit the nation. So now they find out say ECSL they suffer the same thing because since they allow caretaker bio for be then your lecturer remember big fool they teach somebody for understand waiting you no understand how if you say it the land
at school
they love the sweet me
and now you never get that kind of teacher I'm sorry, I'm not cut you all. Alpha, this is serious. We don't see now some school them. We get one teacher, for example. When he count book. All the things in the book, they write.
Na copy.
Did you understand?
Yes.
Thank you. Bye bye. You know they explain nothing. Okay. Well, if not, good. By the way, continue.
So you find out, say ECSL not get nothing where them go able to learn from caretaker bill. Now they don't lecturer because caretaker bill for himself is full. You don't understand nothing. The big it give we get big caretaker bill. Me na the first side and the way piss me off. Look what me head big. Caretaker bill get big, it don't full. It give bad name. But notwithstanding, now this release now a lecture to ECSL. Of course, to be honest with you, in the most serious note, waiting all the rights now, now something where ECSL been supposed for them to before this time. Credibility, blah blah. But they don't care. And they don't answer for no. But now they release here, I think at this point, I believe say Mame Kone in land. This later part, it will land. Because
so you know also say you go land, say you go feel her.
You go feel all them words there and try. Because I try no more like they try.
God.
And try for do the right thing where the people they want and give the rights of the people, just like what he talks just now. We know they are for say Mame Kone give this result to Ula deserve. And the only thing what we want, make it do the right thing. And forget nobody will put much money.
You know, by doing the right things, like look at the vote and see who the people want and give them PO.
You get.
But hey. I get serious gist with that thing they people they want. But remember me back. Say waiting at the gist from Kenima. I say remember me back later.
Okay, later.
Continue number 5.
All right, number 5. They say they further call on the ECSL for undertake the tabulation process expediently and transparently within the provided time frame. Expediently and transparently within the provided time frame. The ECSL. So we stand now for day. Therefore, do them expediently, which is therefore do them high for day, and therefore do them within the provided time frame with transparency.
So in other words, the consequence, the result in consequence one, the process where they for go to for consequence and get the final result. Then for make sure say they do a quick one, and but not for just rush for can but for make sure say all of them staging and not like all of waiting how they call it European Union and Qatar Center don't say when you go to all of the process for make sure say you open the business let people and say 551 you know add nothing and then for do them within the time frame that kind if not 2 weeks they don't say no for past 2 weeks and for do them within that 10 day.
So the 6 point na them put them concern. So then they say one this they are the 6.9 and then get them concern.
So Paul, you know like where you have for give clean bitter medicine then you take sugar here for
Yes. They say the 6 points. They say they express concern at the announcement of official
Alpha. Holandi, we give family member the assignment. Now we don't give them assignment. Check na TV, Salon TV. Check how we see something. Because the way they see the likes themselves don't make a 1 week. And if a week she be paid a week. If she be paid a week, Alpha the week as well. Okay. If all 3 weeks, the program don't week.
You can get 3,210. Now you don't go 3,270.
Okay. When I don't try, now we go. But look at the likes, bro.
Yeah, so
with this kind of information they pass.
Out of 2,264 on YouTube where the watch we right now we get only 609 8 right now we don't like the program.
So help me wait to go left for tell family members them bro. We are don't come back today for can't talk about things where they happen. Now we on sweet chat alone. Now we on. Whoa, let we let for do them bad things. We they feel I'm most alone. I know we go. Whoa, we are.
Okay, for saying what we they talk, they hurt you. Now that make you know one for like. Okay, if we
hurt you, we sorry. We no mean bad. We just want to make we go be. If we hurt you, we sorry.
We really sorry.
We no mean bad. We just want to make we go before.
So in other words, sometimes what we say, what we talk, you don't look like them. So please, we sorry. You know, we just want to follow we had to go before. So now we don't go to 681. So please, I like the program for we. Okay, I know some people just they enjoy the information.
I tell you.
Then they forget. A big fan, but them will not just hit for we the like button. Hit for we as you hit us so one time more, not to one time, just like the program for we and make sure say you share other person who can understand. EU or the international community where we now all care what the international community they do, they don't pull for we now release them free.
Yes. Yes. Three. And the last point now I say they put them concern. I say 6.
Okay.
Yes. They express concern at the announcement on official results by some political actors and individuals. And in that regard, urge all stakeholders to refrain from short action. And as such,
hold on there. We see press conference and a very big press conference today.
Mm-hmm.
And not all the main opposition. Now the ruling party self where now they supposed for respect the law pass any other person. Now the whole press conference now they say they don't get landslide victory. Okay, right now we talk to Regent they can dance there. Imagine now tomorrow something change. Now make I can tell they want to win in APC they try for 2018 we lost the election. So they don't begin dance. They get one thing where they can talk. They say some people they celebrate even before when they do that the speech. They even celebrate before they score. I don't see one player. It don't beat all man, including the goalkeeper. Score now, no, you begin to celebrate. Then at the end of the day, kick can over. So you get to be very careful, eh? Not celebrate early before you end the race. So.
Yeah.
But that night, people pass all. So then the one una please una stop them pattern they're not fine. Una don't say let they allow. You know, I remember the time when the opposition pull a release where then it was all of them concerned them. Waiting SLPP do. Then come back and hold counter press conference tell the opposition say all of them concerned them are baseless accusation against the ECSL. Where okay, that everybody get right to that. So please don't make sure say we respect it. Or to ONS what you now they do. Now we don't want the media. Now the media they don't want the one. The one they force we don't begin announce this. Also, okay, now they get the crowd force. Now they cause the problem. If you don't know, not to the media. Okay, I rest me case. I'll continue the next sentence.
All right. So the final side, they say not only the ECSL, but then the authorized body, we according to law for announce the final results. Okay. But
so we're waiting to that SLPP don't turn ECSLPP.
But not to that more interesting. For me, what's important more in this press release? The two people always sign at the press release.
Okay.
The ECOWAS head for the delegation, now Dr. Mohamed Ibn Chambers. Dr. Mohamed Ibn Chambers, now a very serious and senior diplomat, when a Ghanaian. At some point, he have been at the head of the UN operations, now the whole of West Africa. Now he signed the press release on behalf of ECOWAS. Ibn Chambers, like I said, a real top diplomatic person from Ghana.
Okay.
Where at some point, I be the head of the UN mission in Africa, West Africa. Okay. The other person on the side of the Africa Union, now H.E. Haile Mariam Desalegn. This now been the Prime Minister of Ethiopia. So these are two highly placed civil. This one a former Prime Minister, for Ethiopia. When now one of the women now the way beat the hierarchy for being a Prime Minister, in Africa. And the other person, Dr. Mohamed Ibn Chambers, when a very senior diplomat, like I say at some point, and be the head of the UN now West Africa. So now there are two people that signed that press release. Therefore, tell you say the press release it get weight.
And they're not just sit down at the office, them oversee the right time. Then they bang inside everything. Bang today, the 25, and then the right time they sign them. Then they send another.
Hi. So not so like first you go say I go just this one. No, not so okay.
So
anyway,
yeah, new they not pull it.
New, I think they put press release yesterday, but I will look for them today and get a press conference with them. Behold, I go see. Wait till I go able. I go look for them and see who's side and day as far as this situation concerned right now. We're not going to side.
Yes, they don't pull 3 hours ago.
Okay, 3 hours ago. We go look for them. But now.
Yeah. I mean, this is a whole program on you. Iboko. Okay, now one of the institutions is where this government will work right now.
The press release there?
No, new. Okay, well, I'll find out something about this particular new. Some member then of the opposition, they blast for new, then the government member, they blast for new. Waiting and they simplify it.
Well, and they tell you, say, the man is independent.
Yeah, they do well.
All man push you.
Yes, they do well.
All man. Well, this actually, maybe I will go to the points then. Because there are plenty points where they notes.
That are new?
Yes, new. There are plenty
points. Okay, you don't see them in T? Okay.
Yes.
Just give me some seconds. I'll just try for figure them out quickly.
Okay.
On the election?
On the incidents of Samuel Kamara.
Okay, system.
Okay, send me a picture of the first page.
I did download them quickly. Just wait. I don't see them. Let's just send them inside the system no more. So in the meantime, yes, now we go. Tell people, please, and don't forget, continue for like and share the program. This is a young program, okay? We are on YouTube and on Facebook, and TVS on YouTube and other platform. Them, I found I get more platform than tell you about.
Yeah, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, and we're on website www.
But wait, so we report are they not there?
The reports are there.
We don't run per day. Now we being on per day.
Not true. I think say for see. I don't know where right now. What's not the time right now, Salon?
The time right now after 12. In fact, they go to 1.
They go to 1.
So I don't know keep them tomorrow.
I'll give back tomorrow.
Salon time.
Oh, okay. I've seen that.
It's too late now. But new, because the new press release look very long, probably. Some of the points that will align them, I will read them just they go through. Let's start from the top. Okay. They say voting ends largely peacefully with citizens' resilience and mixed.
I will catch up with you. Let's see. Let's
Okay.
catch up really quickly and see how we get on. It's here. Yes, it's here. All right. So what we can see the new press release. By the way, okay,
yes.
So we get them now for the 25th of June 2023. Preliminary statements. In other words, these are they're not done it. They're just
they're not done it. They're not release on our.
Not just Samba no more.
So they say the voting end largely peacefully with citizens' resilience amidst operational challenges in some areas.
It's like what in the ECOWAS say, in as much as challenge them, but the cities they say NLB. One time in the way the box they can 5 o'clock. Anyway, let's just waiting new get. Who's how they go? Page waiting.
Okay. At the start with page 1, I just want to read maybe the first paragraph before they go down.
Okay.
They say Sierra Leoneans returned to the polls yesterday for the 24th June 2023 presidential, parliamentary, and local council elections. National Elections Watch deployed a comprehensive election observation strategy assessing the electoral process throughout the pre-election phase. On election day and in the post-election period for election day, new train and deploy 6,000 observers across the country, covering every polling center. One of these observers, 750, were specifically trained and deployed to a statistically representative sample of polling stations across all the 5 regions and 16 districts in Sierra Leone, using the process and results verification for transparency, PRVT methodology. The PRVT allows NEW to access the quality of election day processes and independently verify the official election results announced by the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone. News 2023 PRVT successfully allowing for the consolidation of findings that are representative of all polling stations at a national scale. NEW assures citizens that it has comprehensive data on the electioneering process. Despite a tense pre-election environment in the lead-up to the election day, voting generally proceeded without significant interruptions, notwithstanding some critical incidents. The election was characterized by logistical challenges, but the environment remained relatively calm and without a significant number of reports of physical conflicts. The ECSS struggled with delayed delivery of sensitive election materials in many polling stations. NEW also observed a lack of clarity in the requirements for voter identification, leading to inconsistent application of voter verification processes. However, in a vast majority of polling stations across the country, many voting closing of polling stations and counting procedures were adhered to. New commends the resilience of the Sierra Leone police in their determination to participate in electoral processing and exercise their right to vote. The preliminary statement provides New's detailed assessment of election day processes. New has gathered information from nearly 100% of its observers, rendering its PRVT a success.
So the 100% of observers, they went at the 600 members they wouldn't get.
Yes, 6,000.
6,000 members, yeah.
Yes. So, which means mostly they say they call them a success, that is the process succeed. Opening and set up. So then they put the point them, into category.
Opening and set up basically like the way how the old system open and morning the polling day and how they set up the polling stations them in center.
Yeah. So they say, as noted in News midday statement yesterday, election day began with late opening of polling stations and missing materials in some areas. All new observers consistently had access to their assigned polling stations, starting from the setup, opening process, and continuing throughout the day. The following details, news findings on the setup and opening processes. And say polling stations were set up in a manner that allow both observers and party agents to observe. The first bullet point.
Okay, go.
Polling stations were set up in a manner that allowed both observers and party agents to observe the process. And bullet point 2, they say in 88% of polling stations, new observers reported that there were queues outside their polling stations at 6:30 a.m. In 75% of polling stations, observers reported that there were no campaign materials present during 400 yards of the polling station. 56% of polling stations had at least 7 polling officials present. 96% had at least 1 woman polling official. Additionally, in 23 of the polling stations, the presiding officers were women. New observers reported that nationally, 82% of polling stations opened by 8 a.m. 93% of polling stations opened before 8 a.m. in the eastern region, 94% in the northwest, and 96% in the south, and 59% in the western region. So you see, I think if the western area of Freetown, the lowest side, according to New, outside stations, they open quick. So no wonder the report will be the highest study say 11, 12 o'clock, people are not begin voting now some center there.
So sentence of all, at 5 o'clock, the box then come.
You see?
5 p.m. When at that time they pull in for lock, at the time the box come.
So no wonder where the ECSL chair they say some side and vote say 10:30, 11 o'clock last night. So New capture that they say 59% now the western area, so which means they're not open quick. They say incidents of late opening of police stations were higher. You see, I'm talking. They said that we are higher in the western region, where 41% of police stations were not open at 8 a.m. So even 8 a.m., when voting will not start at 7. Even after 8 a.m., 41% of the stations will not be open. 94% of polling stations had all sensitive voting materials available at opening. Voters register, voting ballots, booth screens, ballot boxes, ballot box seals, ballot papers, and so on. 6% of polling stations had at least one of the voting materials missing. So 6%. And they miss some. I don't know actually why you get have missing materials and things for this election. So they say 6%. What else on say include?
I want to say something on the keeper because if I say that the ACSL want for use that as excuse. So that keep on to me say first, maybe me.
Okay, 13% polling stations did not have a tactile ballot guide. Of those polling stations,
that's by the one them way they forgive for the blind people them.
Yes,
visual impaired.
Yeah, so they not get open late across the country. 91% we are missing at least one sensitive voting material. Now I talk just now. So New capture say 91%, at least whether they say this no day, this day, but this no day. Or
you
this
see that
day,
they say the ballot box then cover no day, or they say the ink no day, or the pen no day.
So also excuse.
So 91% of all centers then.
So also excuse.
Yes. Yeah, one thing we missing. They say more than 99% of polling stations were set up that voters could mark their ballots in secret. Additionally, in 98 of the polling stations, the presiding officers showed the ballot boxes to be empty before
98%.
98%.
So 2% not give or show the box at all.
Exactly. In instances
that
where
is to
polling
say, sorry, that is to say, at the beginning of the polls, you get for show the people them say, for example, this is the ballot box, watch inside, empty, look how nothing other there, and then they put them, they lock them, they seal them. So 2% when a big number as well, not agree for sure at all.
Yeah, but I say that here, then the officials them and the other observers we did it, then say, well, then say the box then be empty. All right. Now the next one say in terms of accessibility of polling stations to voters, 75% polling stations pose access challenges to people with disabilities and the aged because voters needed to use steps to enter the polling station. 86% of polling stations provided shelter from rain. So we say sometimes the one way physically challenged people and then they get problem. Pass you claim step. So imagine if person way physically challenged how for claim step for go vote. All right. And they also note say 86% of polling stations provided shelter. So 86% that they been get sideway cover. The other side not been get sideway cover.
It's either they in a classroom or they sideway and get screenway cover.
So if rain for been come yesterday, but put in, but thank God that rain not been come. Security officers were present in 89% of the polling stations. In 99% of polling stations, at least one party agent was present at each polling station. APC party agents were present at 83% of polling stations. SNP party agents were present at 92%. Okay, so APC now only 83%. The polling station are the agent.
We mean say they're not all over the country.
Yes,
SNP some side and they one way easy or the other. Something that happen we make another day.
Yes, the other party are not called more about them because are the two and big one and no more.
Okay.
So voting, I say based on the reports from news PRVT observers, many voting procedures were adhered to in the vast majority of polling stations across the country. However, new notes that there was a lack of clarity in the requirements for voter identification, which
That's
led
very
to
serious. In other words, they notice say they not get better, idea of waiting that the condition we fulfill,
for identify the voter,
identify, yes. Yeah.
So they say they notes and they and they say new observed report 81% of police stations. Okay, voting procedures were adhered to. New notes that there was a lack of clarity in the requirement for voter identification, which led to inconsistent application of voter verification procedures. New observers report that at 81% of polling stations, polling officials consistently checked voters' fingers for indelible ink, and in 95% of polling stations, voters were consistently marked with indelible ink after voting. In 97% of polling stations, voters who were on the voter register but without voter ID cards were allowed to vote, where these voters were allowed to vote. In 73% of polling stations, voters were permitted to cast ballots under comparing their photo and details from the voter register. In 59% of polling stations, voters cast ballots after showing proof of identity document. In 56% of polling stations, voters cast ballots after showing an ECSL attestation form. I don't know, but maybe in the future, new for no say now in communications, we need to be short and brief. Maybe refer to the website and just make. You see all the other press release there? Boom, 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 one page.
Short.
Alpha elect two. Starting telling them if I they put the details, so you know they argue. Tomorrow they go begin say you bias, but if I know they don't put these details step by step, where you want to argue, can't challenge the point.
You get a point, but maybe just me being a communications person. I think so if I put
press for now only communication for America. I don't can understand that. But yeah, we go boom boom boom. We put all team.
Yeah, it's a logo.
I thought tomorrow bye.
Okay, logo. So the next point say in 59% of polling stations, voters cast ballots after showing proof. Okay, in 34% of polling stations, voters cast ballots after a witness attests to their identity. So 34%. Person they say, as I be this man, let them allow for votes for buy on their identity.
So basically, add this to that note what I want to talk about. Don't forget, if you forget that they can't get it.
Okay, the next point say at 3% of polling stations. voters on the register were denied. So they said 3% of polling stations, voters on the register were denied the
We
chance
see
to
some
vote.
of them in the protest yesterday.
Yeah, and then people are waiting to see they're not agree. So new capture that. New observers reported that 81% of polling stations, polling officials consistently explain the voting procedures.
Yes, we see that happen. Even when they start the program in the morning, through calls the way people they make, with the hearing and they talk. But something since we talk about that, they're not related to this. But I think so we deliberately or we forget about that day. Now we're linked in yesterday. When we did do phone call in the morning, somebody call where the policeman the talk say anybody waiting then they send and go next one.
Talk a loud one.
Loud one. So, but we forget about that particular thing yesterday, and we don't begin to see it happen. Anyway, continue, sir.
Okay. All right. We'll continue with the press release them and actually, what's up? Okay. The press release is too long that at some point I missed the point Musa have been registered. But Fambo just continue and be a to look for him back because it just don't come on at the system. Okay. No, this is not what I want. Apologies for that. I try to locate them back. New. Okay. Apologies. New. I'll go back to the website. Okay. Yeah, I don't see them. But apologies for that. So they say voters with disability we are giving support. Now then people are when old people and some man we get disability, they are helping for vote. ECSS staff maintain order throughout the voting process in 85%. Okay. In 8% of polling stations, voting processes were suspended for more than 30 minutes during the day, in many cases due to materials running out. So now then they just know when they say, oh, paper are not done. People then say, oh, one vote. So they say they capture and so sometimes they pass 30 minutes, people then they wait for materials. Okay. So this now more of the thing they do the voting. Now come to the closing. The closing then say, despite the late opening of polling stations in some areas, closing and counting procedures were largely followed across the country. The closing and counting processes were observed by party agents and observers. In nearly all polling stations, voters in the queue at 5 p.m. were allowed to vote. New observers reported that nationally, 90% of polling stations closed by 6 p.m. and 10% after 6 p.m. and the counting process commenced. Of those polling stations that closed after 6 p.m., 16% were in the eastern region, 10% in the northern region, 8% in the northwest region, 8% in the southern region, and 58% were in the western area. So you see, people away vote late, 58% in the western area. In 98% of polling stations, new observers were allowed to observe the counting process without hindrance. Counting was conducted orderly and without interruptions in 97% of the polling stations. Security officers were present during the counting process in 88%. Nearly 100% of polling stations had at least one party candidate or agent present at each polling station during counting. APC party agents were present in 86%. So 86% are the opposition, APC them in the other side are not in the SLPP party agents were present in 96%. 45% of polling stations had agents present to represent other parties. In 67% of polling stations, other election observation groups were present during the closing and counting process. All party candidates agents present during counting signed the RRFs in 92% of the polling stations. In 13% of polling stations, party candidates agents raised objections during the counting process. In 88% of polling stations, all party candidates agents present during the counting process receive a copy of the result protocol, and 90% of polling stations are posted outside. New observers reported that the closing and counting process took place without incidents of violence, intimidation, or harassment in 97% of polling stations. However, in 3% of polling stations, new observers witnessed or experienced incidents of violence, intimidation, or harassment. For example, well, they live right now. They live to me now. Okay. So I think say the final point where end. So this will come on what I will move. They say in 3% of police stations, new observers witness or experience incidents of violence, intimidation, and harassment. For example, at Christ Standard Secondary School in Hastings, Western area, Urban, ECSS staff attempted to return the ballot boxes to their office totally, and were unable to because of the large turnout of chaos in the centers. So now this is the main point they actually when you pull out in this press release. Same pair and Babure at the same back to I don't know what you know.
Yeah, so I think the point is so much. What we could do, we will let forget some very important things in it. We can't take the back seat quickly, and once Bible they handle the calls them, let we see waiting at the bullet point where we came for Bingham. Interestingly, we just see them, so we just decide for either and they're long, and if they're long too much and go boring, like you say.
So I don't know if Bible go and take some calls from people and forget people and responses. Once people will do that, we'll let and get the screen first. Then we will do them on the background. Let you take some calls.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Something like that. And
so Bible is over to you.
Yes, pa. I know say beaucoup people in back themselves. They want for talk kind of so my modern scratch. You want talk their own because now so we don't use for do for them. When we talk, we bring them. They self can let go their own. When I decide we don't reach so now, family members them no time to waste. The phone don't open for now. Now call and take part in the program. Una self can't talk. Una can't talk. But this person he begin call from the tail. No people line it. Anyway, hello caller. Your name and where they calling from?
Yeah, this one is still the call.
All right, you welcome to the program.
Yeah. Yes, my brother, my worry right now is about first place Samura Kamara. Whether we can pull another office, they say some military man they can take her outside and carry and go. And my first question and my first worry. The second one.
Okay, let me get this done before you go before. No worry about that. It's safe. They don't take her to a very safe place. In particular, people know about that.
Okay. And the other one is like this thing where they go on so from yesterday we see all what happen when they try for stop ballot ball box them, try for votes and put more papers them for they let them go gain more effort. So more papers. Me at the afraid say this man also go down this incident money go down if they try for do UQ I make sure no one comes this election. Because still not the neighbor call this election. Some team must they go on. Some team must they go on. That can be big one with the one day. They do on 2018 and then go on do one back again. When CSLPP send a presidential guard, so they don't get information, matter be for say Ingo win the election. This election the one we come. That one. So me I want to talk to my APC people and let them know what's in they go on. Because if you don't call this election results, don't want to. So APC, but me not APC. Whether you know to APC or you talk to this man, what's in I name self, we just talk to BAT. So the APC people they not me, let them understand what's in they go on. They know that they make this thing like not fun. It's not funny. When this man tell now why you no one call this results? What's in the problem? Now you cannot something they want to do. Then what's in the go on?
Thank you. God bless you.
Let's make this. Okay, bye-bye.
Hello, caller. Your name and where you call me from?
Hello.
You're welcome on the show. Your name and where you call me from?
Mohammed Kamara.
All right, go ahead and make your point. You're welcome. Mohammed Kamara, don't listen to yourself. Reduce the volume of your set.
Okay. Actually, I dey call for ask for this election business here. If yearly they plan for make this election fair. Because we all at some point see the why this election.
Well, we only look up to Mohammed Kone. Now he get the right for call the final result. Thank you. God bless you.
Okay.
Hello, caller. Your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, I call from Weird.
You're welcome on the show. Go ahead and make your points.
Yeah, not to anything bad though. I want to go by Dragon and
You know, some of them people are so not just pure goodness. Why you can't talk that word in our media? A goodness, Dandy. The phone says don't vex.
No, some are not responsible. Some are not really responsible.
So please, when I'm patient with me, the phone says vex instant. So we restart the phone. Do you obey? Yeah, we restart the phone quickly and then when we come back, just know it's that particular segment today. But if you watch me right now, don't forget for like and share the program. And at the same time, don't forget for let you actually do certain things then for let the channel go before. For you who not subscribe it, please consider for subscribe, and share the program as well. Thank you very, 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 very much.
Well, family members, this now we are really bring you issues of Mama Salon. We there for tell you about waiting they go on at the country right now, as we all know, see now election time this, and the election still they go on just like what you will tell you now. If they not call final result, nothing say election done, and we still wait for Mohamed Kone. Now the person we get right for can't tell we who that win or who that no win. So we still wait, and we still wait as everything they na the you and right now. We still wait as everything they to Mohamed Kone in for make we see waiting in get for calm until we as a nation.
So on YouTube 1913 with 813. Please like the program for we. And on Facebook we get 578 with 1459 156. Sorry. So continue for watch the program. Yes, there'll be part of every part of the things that we will discuss. We don't review several things for you. We don't tell you about the press release where European Union pool, where Qatar Center pool, and one way na a joint press release from ECOWAS and African Union we themselves pull. So continue for a big part of the program. We got more things than they can, but in the meantime we want for see for us how best we can take some calls. So please, some people are in the line, but we're not going to project right now until we get something. The line being freeze and then we don't try for restart them. So they read and then once we don't fix them up, we'll come to you for let we begin take some more calls. So in the meantime, once that process they go on, some people will call one over for pick. So we place the big one. With the big one, please low on wait small bit. Okay.
Right, we go on the phone now and Pikuna calls them. Hello, caller. Hello, caller. You name and
Concerned citizen. I call from the US.
All right, welcome on the show.
Thank you so very much for this program. I'm so proud of you guys.
Thank you.
Waiting I want to say no more is that ever since we are born as Sierra Leone, say I don't big so. I know one day see no government in Sierra Leone will disgrace na any election reach this government. They're so desperate you they see and pan them. And I am so proud of Dr. Samura. You know, sometimes like how Mr. Berete say, when they go low, let the APC go high. I believe that all that they bother them because they don't do all kinds of things for make the APC they react. Then they see them they react. For me, that's the kind of leader where I want Sierra Leone as of right now. I don't want another talk. I don't want another, small thing happen to right, they sit down and think with your head, and they react. Mother Bio is not a leader. Everybody in Australia knows that Mother Bio is not a leader. Now, in they put all the chaos there because without in direction, without instructions, no troop, no military, no police, and they could do anything by themselves. Now, somebody they send them for go do what they do so.
All right.
And most of them people and they military and they want to see they wear masks. Now then Gambian and then Senegalese. Now they then bring in this country.
All right.
Now then they act so. Not just Sierra Leoneans anymore. It's a shame for our country. Thank you so very much, guys.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, family members, them we will continue to call them as everybody gets 1 minute 30 seconds for make a point. 1 minute 30 seconds per call. Call and take part in the program. Hello, caller. Hello, caller. Your name and where you call me from? Hello. Hello. Ah, this now weird.
Yeah. Hello.
You're welcome on the show. We miss this caller. The calls then they meet up with the phone safe they mix up. Okay. Hello caller, you name and where you call me from?
Yeah, this na Abdul call from United States.
All right, Abdul, you're welcome on the show. You get 1 minute 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. I get a firm conviction. See, either APC don't get the 55% or beyond that. Yesterday, we have been monitor waiting they go on. When they announce the results, Shenge Pierre himself been the pay attention to the results. I call him, I ask him question about waiting they go on, and now he guide me say Tonkolili way they see so. He say APC. I mean say SLPP get good number of supporters than they. It's now make the results stand so, and that's when they find out say APC been they down. Where you monitor the whole things they go, they mean they down. Then this morning things been they down, but before it reach around noon now we same naya, the momentum change right away. And well, I know one thing about SLPP. When SLPP they win, they're lawless. They go jump na the street, they go dance, they go do everything, but they mean quiet to some extent. So this don't show say something they happen at the camp. Something that happen at the camp on that. We talk a lot go beyond the time. Thank you, bye.
Thank you. God bless you. Hello, caller. Your name and where you call me from? Hello. Hello, caller. Your name and where you call me from, please?
Hello.
You're welcome on the show. Your name?
Yeah. This Abuaju, I call from Lama Junction.
You're welcome on the show. Get 1 minute 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Brothers, I go like for tell you now. Thank you for we wanna make we will see this program here.
Tell God thank
you. May God make una grow more than this.
Amen.
See. And according to the new data, una just pull this no. I mean, they do a very good job for when they break them out for we that way they, because through that people ain't go able to know what everything happened during the election. But within the electoral commission, according to in one press conference they were listening, we've been so biased. They only talk about within happened. But you know, inside the ballot stuff and other thing the way they see. In fact, they criticize the social media, say all that like business. See,
I don't know what this man they try for do, but we dey pray, may God touch your heart, may try call this word for we.
God bless you.
Thank you, guys.
Hello, caller. Your name and who side you calling from? Hello. Hello. Hello, caller. Your name and who side you calling from?
Yes. Thank you. Bible.
God bless you. Welcome
Hello,
on the
Bible.
show. Yeah.
My own point is hello.
Yeah, you did live. Go ahead.
Okay, my own point for the time for say, and this election, yeah. So I want to ask you a question. How you see this election also for APC?
Well, I'm not able to predict. We left everything in the hands of Mohamed Kone. We get it right for can't tell we how the election. Tanlek would have win and would have lost.
Okay, then the question I want to ask you. You know, say where they attack na any tongue. They attack, then they do better destruction. Now where they pull out, they call destruction.
Yeah.
It don't show we clearly for say, Madabi don't lost election. So what did they try for do now? It fight for cause more destruction for the leader we for Kamuda Samora. That one they fight for do. But by God in power, anything they try for do, no will succeed. Because if you see, we fast, we pray. Everybody will plan bad for our country. God expose them. Say to this last minute, they don't have to conduct the election for that and show we what did happen. God the fight for we. So waiting me one follow do no more. All the soldier man and they will go kill and so.
10 seconds.
We get a video then. I go want to kind of power, let them look at them people and they then pictures and everything, they will bring them to justice. Do my own point to that. Thank you so much.
God bless you. Hello, caller. Your name and who side you calling
Hello?
from?
Yeah, good morning.
How are you? Your name and who side you calling from, please?
They call now we are.
All right, go ahead. You get 1 minute, 30 seconds.
All right, thank you very much, my brothers. Them at least we don't see the effort or random they do for make Sierra Leone a better place. May God bless you.
Speak loud a bit, please.
When I don't they do the job with Sierra Leoneans that they expect,
Will they get you very low?
Oh yeah, the network. You know.
Hello.
Hello, now they get me now.
Better. Go ahead.
All right, I say with the certain tone now for the good job we don't they do all these years.
All right.
What did they happen in this country not to by mistake? You know, now the fact say the people of Sierra Leone be don't yearn for this change because the suffering don't plenty. And what in matter be they do so not to by mistake, they mean them. They already know say they don't lose the election, but like way the caller we just come on at the line, they say they want care go waiting he really PC forget that again at the end of the day. But the people of Sierra Leone go resist them. We go assure them God the blessing, we go get a change where everybody will appreciate. We need a leader like Dr. Samura Kamara. We don't prove them to the world, say, in the camp, serve the masses. So on that note, we tell you now plenty thank you and let God continue for bless you now.
God bless you too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, caller. Your name and who side you calling from?
Yeah, we are that they call from United States. Yeah, first of all, I want to commend you now for a very good job on they do now. My own view from all the team they see they go on. One thing they strike me. If Madam you be no say they don't win this election, like if I don't force corner for call and quick, and then go jump na street and celebrate. But if you see up till now, they're not able to do anything. And we understand is say they don't even go tell them say the results not so etan for them. And one may call they put 2-3 things in place for announcing results. And the international body, and then carry results go to them. The observers them. And I believe, say, now it's time no more. But Mama Kone must call the results. But the results are not in favor of Madabio. Because if it be in favor of Madabio, therefore don't call a law on them. Okay. May God bless you alone.
Thank you, my
People
brother.
do
God
well.
bless you
The
too.
people really do well. And when I say for we sensitize the people, when I do well, when I all na the media, when I do well.
Thank you. Hello, caller. Your name and who side you call me from?
Hello, my brothers and your dear. How now all they do?
We thank God. You
We tell
welcome
now,
on the show.
thank you for the hard work. Me and Mary J from California.
All right, Mary J, you welcome.
Okay. My own contribution. I just want to tell God thank you at this time, because God see we heart. We labor not to go in vain. Now so God in word say, also say, weeping may endure, but for a night, and joy cometh in the morning. And indeed, we dey see am. And what you know advice again, salon people and dear, we Kone don't announce the winner before it go. Let we jump na street full. Let we go celebrate full. And I wish I know we don't go last year December. Me said before don't jump na plane full and go celebrate full. So that's not my own contribution.
And you enjoy good
Bye-bye.
one. Safu.
Yeah, full.
Thank you. God bless you. Hello, caller. Your name and who side you call me from?
Hello.
You welcome on the show. Your name and who side you call me from, please?
Mina Alpha Amadou Jallo, the Fox. We're based in Australia.
Go ahead and make your point. You get 1 minute 30 seconds. You did listen to yourself. Please reduce the volume of your set.
You say I want for crave everybody indulgence. Let we be calm as we not continue for be calm. We don't get very peaceful election. Yes, we get skirmishes around. That we Sierra Leone, especially Africa in general, you know, go discount that. I want every APC supporter then be cautious and then not allow anything for Levy on becoming or create an issue or create doubt for say then if they rig the election they use as a scapegoat for blame we. Levy be calm, Levy be prayerful and believe say this time round the people are not vote for APC, they're not vote for SAB, then vote for their own welfare. Then vote for their own future, then vote for their beginning future. And definitely nobody will stop this election for go APC their way, inshallah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, God bless you. Hello, caller, your name and who side you call me from?
Yeah, hello.
You welcome on the show. Your name and who side you call me from?
Yeah, I come from Toronto, Canada.
All right, go ahead. You get 1 minute 30 seconds.
Yeah, first of all, I just want to tell you thank you for a good job una they do.
You're welcome, my brother.
At least una they make law they get waiting they happen that we had. And I appreciate our program so much. They're going to continue for and protect. I get 1 or 2 questions for una. I don't know if una will able to get the answer because I seen on social media say First Lady don't pull out because Monija Gaban said been the lungi he gets some emergency with attend in America, so he been a lungi for on board. But unfortunately, the flight we for on board First Lady back he for on board that flight day, so they block her. And all on board that Friday, he get for return back around then 10 o'clock, 10:30 p.m. this.
All right, you get 10 seconds. That information, they will not get 8 now with X, and we're not able to give any answer towards that information until we get an with X with the proof before ever we bring them up. Yeah.
And then back I see one video they see them kill one mamina APC
That
officer.
one day you now correct 100%. It happened this afternoon when the firing take place. Now the APC office. Thank you. God bless you.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, caller. Your name and who side you call me from?
Hello, my brothers. Bible, I did do.
We tell Allah, thank you. Welcome on the show. You get 1 minute 30 seconds.
Them press release that we on read up. When watch the trend of the press release.
Come again?
I see the press release they wanna just read, wanna analyze. When I watch all three the press release then trend. If you watch the trend, when you understand, you gonna know say there people there before they put that press release, they don't know the results, they don't know that the winner, and then they don't share to the winner, they don't discuss with her now, they don't tell then they tell them directly now say we don't know the results, now this not the results, now in this, which you wait the people and vote for, you forgive them. This exactly 90 press release, not come into coincidence, they all come is less than 2 hours all three. Men say that all three don't get they all don't collide with everything, they all get the same result them. I mean they come with a press release day. You understand? And this are they tell you for free. Kone is in a different funny, in a different position right now. Funny position, but he can never change the will of the people. You understand? Thank you very much. May God bless you.
Thank you too, my brother. God bless you. Hello, caller. Your name and who side you call me from?
Hello, Yad. I call from Yad, not from San City.
Go ahead. You get 1 minute 30 seconds.
How now they do for all the world over there?
Where you see no more now? They Panam.
Now, thank you. God bless you now. We don't pass 2-3 months now. And I know they listen to because I know more from farm news because media the all now salon now. The all man on some politician now.
I know, eh?
Yes. God bless you now. Glad this victory don't get some. Wait for celebrate. Somebody don't be present by God in power. But the patient, just like how the session of patient dog eats fast bone. I'm glad it's going on. Thank you.
Thank you
glad
too,
Papa. Okay. Thank you.
Hello, caller. Your name and who side you call me from?
Good evening, Justin Bible.
How are you, brother?
Plenty thank you, sir. Thank you. Tell Mr. Alpha plenty thank you. Mr. Alpha, I start for watch them one tell them we get one program. They get one guy in Abdul Rahman or so. They work at SLBC at one time or so. So plenty thank you, sir, for conjuring we had. Me now one suggestion I'll get. Justice very important in any society. I pray and hope say when they announce Dr. Samura as winner, they go get that as an agenda. Because the people we don't die for nothing in our country, they boku. I happen for no personally this mommy we say die in a party office. Now one of the most harmless, one of the most good-hearted person you ever meet. I be the works on side we in a be nose. Everything you go there, they ready for take care of you like in Peking. Let God get and good. But we need justice and our country. We need to put an end to impunity. Let people know say when you do bad today, tomorrow the law will come for you and the law will bet you. Thank you very much. God bless you now.
God bless you too, brother man. Hello, caller. Your name and who side you call me from?
Yeah, hello.
You welcome on the show. Your name and who side you call me from?
This is a concerned citizen.
Go ahead and make your point. You get 1 minute 30 seconds.
Alright, okay. Well, now plenty. Thank you for what they do for we in this country, of course. They help with information so much, and really appreciate so that we are. Now one thing I'm bringing on board back. One caller talk on that dish now. We talk about say first lady don't escape. And myself don't do findings or dandy, although I say government don't find it, but I just want to confirm that information. Say I want it confirmed. First lady don't escape. They don't find way out of the country within picking them. And not dealing at the country anymore. So that one day now just one of months farm I say that talk on.
Thank you. God bless you. All right, family members, then we take 3 more calls for round up this program. We go and come back. We just cut them quick and come back. This not to sleep in time. We on our so quiet bet. Hello, caller. You name and where you call me from?
Yeah, we had a call from Riyadh.
All right. Caller from Riyadh, you welcome. You get 1 minute 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Yeah, Bible and Sambepie. I want to tell you plenty thank you. You know, today I did talk with Joy.
Now you know how with T-Self, you know how much o'clock so we now I talk with Joy, you know how with Tina table.
I want to tell you the results now. Samura Kamara don't win. He don't tell me. My papa tell me say Samura Kamara don't win. He say make I call the result.
No, I beg no call
say Samura Kamara don't win. No, me don't tell me that I mean I'm picking girl picking.
Oh God.
Then I want to tell grandpa plenty thank you say me he ready. Usa ide say mama kone in picking the nyaga we go celebrate Samura Kamara in winning do ya the beguna. There are one sing inside Limba. Do I want me to give me chance?
Go ahead.
Una back Sabida sing.
Go ahead.
The sing meaning where would they go? May nobody know what then. And Samura Kamara say he left everything to God.
Oh yeah, get this song.
The meaning say Nami kena go adete mahendo kuya uyete kutegbe kuya Samura Kamara say kanuma sala kuya abeguna me brother them they abeguna tell for me grandpa una give grandpa me number say mo ame konde ngal pikin then yanga na what aso the dog celebrate with the punado at the
continue give the song
Yete
adete mahendo kuya kutegbe kuya Samura Kamara say kanuma sala una sing no una give grandpa me number send me pay by bullet I dey go down for go wetin dem call there abeg na me contribute to that donor thank you.
Thank you, God bless you.
They say sheshere na for keep quiet.
Disappointment.
You know something that mean sheshere means say for keep quiet.
Hello, caller. You name and say they call me from. We take 2 more calls. After this, just 1, please. Caller, go ahead. You name and say they call me from.
Yeah, they call from United States. I need Riyadh.
All right, Riyadh. You don't call inside Riyadh, and inside Riyadh you get 1 minute 30 seconds for talk inside Riyadh. So Riyadh, go ahead.
Yeah, me brother, thank you. Me brother, I really appreciate you now. To be honest enough, especially where they are, no get all that means for them we know get any updates with the alone. But the code they listen to now, or they follow now they make the right direct within the happen. Life fine clear. So we really appreciate you now, brother. Let God continue for blessing, let God continue for protect you now.
Amen.
Wait till me the sky for say me, brother. Mother be no say you don't lost this election, yeah. I make you do all anything and day. Then fire and they always happen for Mother be. Be what they talk to you, so me brother, who can I consider as serving member, who play over 18 years. Police not gonna do nothing and without Mother be in command. Where see police man and go to them and go find a SLP now APC officer now. Mother be know very well and you know say it all lost. Now make it do all land me brother. And they appreciate you now. Let God bless you now. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you. God bless you. We'll take 1 more call. All right, we'll take 1 more call for round of the program. Hello, caller, your name and who side they call me from?
Yeah, I name Mina Concerned Citizen. They call from America.
All right, please reduce the volume of your set and you get 1 minute 30 seconds.
Yeah, the main reason why to make Mother Bio they resist for go now 1 green is alone a confirmer, right? Not all the people there are afraid of what they say now the people then pull out. The thing is, you know, all the Adebayo was standing at Adebayo and pull out. And the main problem that they will make in one go, they resist. Yeah. So right now, I'm happiest time this right now because me and my uncle will make a bet. Say if APC win, if we go free zone because you don't pass 42 years, you not go free zone. Then in now he say if SLPP win, whatever he wants and he owes, I me for pay for her. So I'm the biggest happiness standing right now. So Mother Bio right now, in biggest targets now, Adebayo on word in our list. And Adebayo don't pull audio just now. I don't listen to that. He say the result don't come, but in when I get an and right now, and Mother Bio back get the results now and so it confirms say and Samuel don't win.
Thank you. God bless you.
Yeah.
All right, we take one bonus call as usual. The last man standing. The last man standing. Hello. Hello. All right. We take one bonus call for wrap up the program. Hello, caller. Your name and where you call me from?
Hello, my name is Chegno. I call from Australia. Oh, I'm so happy. I don't try more than 15 times for call. I'm happy for me the last.
Thank God you don't get the line. You're welcome on the show.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Baibure. One for tell God thank you in the first place.
Yeah.
For we make it possible for like love go through this election, despite all waiting to happen from the start of the process till to the incidents today in our party office. We praise God that the president-elect, as he would soon be announced, they safe, they non-can rescue as we follow up closely, say it in a safe place. One for tell every blogger plenty thank all party members of the APC. From the executive count down to the least supporter, who they tell everyone plenty thank. Some of we not able for go because like me particularly, I've been on foresee all of these from the day when they announce a Mother Bill win the election. I say it will get for cause problems and for pull another power, it will get for be a big target. Me and Dr. Idris Bahai will get that discussion there and it come to pass. So me not surprised at all waiting happen. So but one for thank the people left for the resilience, for the kind of stamina, for the kind of determination we then demonstrate for CC this victory has to come. We just the hope and pray say Konego announce the results and Asabi Dr. Samura Kamara. Personally, I don't offend that once, and he was so peaceful. I know I'm saying a man of peace, and he will rule that country there with peace. We pray that God will keep it together as a people, and we will forge the way forward. Thank you very much, we had for all the great work on done. God bless we all. Thank you. Bye.
We love you, Samura.
As I dey sing this song for you, it's a vision. And this na vision where I want for share with you, Samura. Yeah. Me I dey see you shining, and I dey see you smiling. Me I dey see the success through your face. I see you be the president, Samura. Now you got be the send for we, Samura. Yeah. Now you got be the send for we. And as you come na power, so make you work, make you just be simple, make you different. You get for make the poor man body, yeah. You get for make the country happy. And if you want be successful, no kill, no revenge, make you no first person. You no go do, no comparing, daddy. Work for you people, yeah. No commission, no inquiring, daddy. Cause it's here to the people, oh. Because we miss, but we need love, we want love, give we love. Oh, Samura, Samura, eh. Daddy, tango me from you, yeah. You need your air, yeah. Free us now, yeah. We love you, daddy. We love you, yeah. Oh, yeah. Samura, eh. You go be with respect, yeah. can make you a good light. Now you go be the president. We dey give the youth them good jobs. Now you go can make we laugh, can make we smile, can give we laugh for we all be dollars. So can make things cheap, dollar go cheap, food then go cheap, we economy they grow. Samura, Samura, now you got be the send for we. Samura, Samura, now you got be the send for we. And as you come up power, so make it work, make it just be simple, make it different. You get for make the poor man body, you get for make the country happy. And if you want to be successful,
songs them don't they come off for Samura Kamara. If now they become the victorious man inside this race, well, most of them songs there we get for they play them for you. Plenty one they don't come out. But please not go no side. We dey try for change over to Studio 2 because Studio 1 don't exhaust and the machine they all don't warm. Now we dey change over to Studio 2. As I tell you now today, yeah, no sleeping, no nodding. I will start from morning where una so we dey end am till do clean. So they are not gonna side. We dey just change over. As I say, just like we wink your eye, we dey come back.